Yo! What is good? Sixer Nation, Philly Take Nation. What is going on? Welcome on in to a Saturday night edition. Third game of a 3-game West Coast trip to wrap up the second one of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking, this is game 71. 12 more games to go, including tonight, before we get to the playoffs. You know what we do? We break it down every game. We bring the fans together. We wake up the neighbors, and we have some fun. What a better way to wrap up the week than with a W? Can the Sixers get a W against the tanking Jazz? We thought the Kings were tanking bad. Wait till you see the Utah Jazz. It is a tankathon race, and the Sixers need to benefit from it as they prepare to enter the final stretch of the season. Who will be on the floor? What will the team look like? These are all great questions that we must ask ourselves as Sixer fans. Why are we even watching these games? Because we're absolute psychos. Let's go. Let's go, man. Time to lock in, baby. Time to tap in and lock in. You know what we do, man. You know what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what we do. We do it without hesitation, without fail, every single game. Welcome on in officially here on a Saturday night. It is the 76ers Game Day Live Show. Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you're tapping in from. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. Sixers Game Day Live presented by our great friends at National University. And as always, we are powered by the Prize Picks app. We have the 38 and 32 winners of 18 out of 34 on the road this season. Philadelphia 76ers wrapping up their final West Coast trip against the Utah Jazz. And ladies and gentlemen, Jazz are 21-49. They are 3-7 in their last 10, but they are in the tankathon mix. More on that in just a few minutes. This is the number one Sixers Game Day Live Show. We give you pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. We stay up late for y'all, man. Give you the coverage, our staple play-by-play and reactions, our analysis as it all goes down. We'll read out your comments in real time. We will express the voices of the fans. We will bring people together, and we will try to find a way to have some enjoyment watching this game. Ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. If you are already in the live chat, first off, give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back because you are an absolute psycho, man. You are a Sixers diehard, or maybe you're just an RB diehard. Maybe you're just a Philly Take diehard, and you know what? Like you're dedicated. You're dedicated to the craft. You are dedicated to supporting, and you just love this community. Give yourself a pat on the back. Sorry, I'm looking at a game that just ended, another upset. I've been really watching a lot of March Madness, so we'll talk about that a little bit later on. But anyway, give yourself a pat on the back if you're in here. Second off, hit the thumbs up button. Shouldn't have to ask you guys a million times. Takes 2 seconds. Helps out the show. Helps push this content around. So hit the like button on the stream. That way we can push it out to more people. And most importantly, make sure you hit the sub button and turn on noties. That way you don't miss any of our videos on the off days, our shorts that drop every single day, and our live streams during every single game. We dropped the video yesterday, and yeah, man, we have a lot of good content continuing to come on the way. We're going to be live streaming playoff games and a lot of good stuff incoming here in the next month or so. So a lot of exciting things ready to get going. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all, man. Last but not least, follow us on all social media, IG, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and audio. All of those links can be easily accessed on our link tree that will come through in the live chat. Shout out to all the great members in the chat. Drop those emojis throughout the stream. If you want to become a channel member, get your name highlighted in the chat, get the custom emojis, loyalty badges, get your comments read out priority, and a whole bunch more. Go ahead and hit that join button down below. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time to get into the pregame live show, aka our segment for this past week has been not really a live pregame show. I mean, we're doing a pregame show, but there's not much for me to offer up that we don't already know. What we've been doing for this week, especially with the Sixers playing these tanking teams, is a segment I like to call Who the Heck is Playing for the 76ers Tonight? We will get to that real quick. If you were not here on Thursday night, had a pretty fun stream. It was actually enjoyable. And I got to give credit to all the dudes that played. Thank you for making it enjoyable. I hope you do the same thing tonight. And I hope you can put these boys away, because the Jazz are also on a nasty tank right now. Justin Edwards had a career high 32 points, completely shattered his previous career high. VJ Edgecombe shattered his career high with 38 points. And Quentin Grimes had 27. 97 combined between the three of them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hoping that we can get a similar performance tonight. Before we get into who the heck is playing for the 76ers and who the heck is playing for the Utah Jazz, let's take a very quick peek at the offensive and defensive ratings. You know, I like to read these out every game. The Utah Jazz are dead last. Hold on, where are we at? Where's my page at? I'm sorry, they're second to last in defensive rating. So the Utah Jazz currently sit with a defensive rating of 121.95. Guys, it's really, really bad. It's actually worse than the Kings, who we saw the other night, and their defense was horrendous. The Jazz are 20th in offensive rating, so a little bit better on the offensive end. But, per usual, it's hard to take these stats into consideration. For example, I look at the Sixers, who are 14th in offensive rating and 16th in defensive rating. The Sixers are a very mid team this year, right? 38 and 32. You could say they're middle of the pack in almost everything, except for the third quarter scoring. But anyway, it's hard to take these stats into consideration, whether it's for the Sixers or the Jazz, because these stats are mostly when the teams were actually playing starters. Which takes me to our favorite segment, Who the Heck is Playing for the 76ers Tonight? We got an update from Sixers reporter, who was it? Tony Jones? Hold on, let me pull up the report so I read out word for word. It's not even a report, if I'm being honest. It's just annoying at this point. I thought we may see Joel Embiid tonight. I thought they may bring him back against a team like this. But here was the report that came out earlier. Where is it at? Where is it at? Okay, here it is. Joel Embiid had another on-court workout yesterday. He is still working through soreness in his strained oblique. There has not been another setback with him. Listen, I'm not here to, downplay any reporters or anything, but what's the point, man? 12 games now? He's missed 12 games with a strained oblique. Chat, do you think the Sixers are lying to us, bro? Wouldn't be the first time. Are they just tanking the rest of the season? If you're just tanking, just tell us that you're tanking the rest of the season. Now, I am going to hold out hope, as I told you all on Thursday night that we're here. I will be attending my first Sixers game in a couple years on Wednesday night. I believe that Wednesday night is the game that Paul George will return. So maybe they're trying to wait for one big hoorah. Maybe they have been tapping into the streams and they're like, look, we're going to wait for RB to pop up. Then we're going to let Joel and PG come back together on Wednesday night. If that's the case, okay, cool. But 12 games with a strained oblique. I've never strained my oblique, so I don't know how it goes. I know when it initially happened, they said it could be a couple weeks, but he's doing on-court workouts. But 12 games with a strained oblique sounds like a lot to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Anyway, in addition to Joel Embiid, Paul George still out with the suspension, has a couple games to go. Maxey with the right tendon pinky injury, and Kelly Oubre out with the left elbow sprain. So pretty much four of the most important pieces on the team, and Janai Broom as well. However, we actually have a team that's going to top the Sixers once again. Last game, it was the Sacramento Kings. They were sitting everybody for the most part, except for a couple players. Who the heck is playing for the Utah Jazz tonight? Isaiah Collier is out with a left hamstring soreness. Keontae George, who the Sixers saw, what was that, a couple weeks ago at this point. Sixers just played the Jazz, and, it was getting scary at the end of that game, too. They barely squeaked by them. And Keontae George had a really good game, but he got hurt last week, or maybe they're just sitting him no matter what. Remember, we talked about the Jazz. They sat Yusuf Nurkic for the entire rest of the season with a nose job. So they are professional tankers. So maybe Keontae George just, pulled his hamstring. He's now out with a right hamstring strain. They traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. He hasn't played the rest of the season. Walker Kessler is out with a left shoulder injury recovery. John Conchar was on the injury report, but he is available with a quad contusion. Poor John Conchar is being forced to play through a quad contusion. Lauri Markkanen is out with a right hip impingement. Bryce Sensabaugh is out with an illness. And Yusuf Nurkic is out with a nose job. So, that remains the question. Who the heck is going to play for the Utah Jazz? And the answer is, I don't know, other than Ace Bailey. So let's go ahead and look at who played a couple nights ago for the Utah Jazz. By the way, they blew out the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, at least you're not a Bucks fan. At least you're not Doc Rivers, and you're going to try to justify how bad the Bucks are. But anyway, a couple nights ago, the starting lineup for the Jazz was Ace Bailey, some dude named Anderson Garcia with two S's in his first name. I'll be honest, I don't know who Anderson Garcia is. Elijah Harkless, who is not the younger brother of Mo Harkless. Cody Williams, who was a lottery pick last year. And Kyle the Mormon Filipowski. And then they only played three guys off the bench. They played Blake Hinson, who played against the Sixers a couple weeks ago. They played a guy named Oscar Tshiebwe, who played against the Sixers a couple weeks ago. And they played a guy named Bez Mbeng. Bez Mbeng. Bez Bang? Bez Mbeng? I don't know who these guys are, man. Bez Mbeng, or maybe Bez Bang, is a rookie out of Yale, undrafted. Don't know who that is. Let's see who Anderson Garcia. Look, I'm not trying to violate these guys. I'm serious. I don't know who these dudes are, man. Anderson, two S's Garcia, is a rookie out of Texas A&M from the Dominican Republic. 6'7", 220. That's who started for the Jazz the other night. So anyway, these guys played pretty well. Ace Bailey had 33 the other night. We finally get the Ace and VJ showdown. I guess we had it a couple weeks ago. That game was actually back on, March 4th. So it was actually not that long ago, a couple weeks. And it was in the span of that 5-game week that we just had, right? Actually, no, it was a 4-game week in the first week of March. And the Sixers won by 4 points. And Keontae George had 30 points in that game, but he will not play tonight. So anyway, look, I'm sorry if I'm giving you guys a mouthful right now. I'm just trying to make this pregame show a little humorous because look, let's be honest, man. Like, what am I supposed to say right now, man? What am I supposed to say right now? Honestly, do you guys have any questions for me? Is there anything you want to know? Like, usually I give you the analysis of the game, but I'm just so tired at this point of trying to break down this team. Like, I'll be honest, man. And this is no shade at anybody or anything. This is just my thoughts, bro. I feel like myself and this community, like we've been having like 500 people in here every game. I feel like all of us deserve an award, bro. I feel like we should get an award. We should get a trophy for watching this team right now. This is the second year in a row that I've been up here in March watching G Leaguers play, man. A lot of people have quit. They've given up. I don't blame them. But I'm here every game, bro. I'm sticking it out. I mean, this is another late game. I'll be honest. I'm glad that the late games are done tonight because I'm tired of staying up till 3 a.m, clipping up shorts and uploading the post-game shows. And I'm like, dude, what am I even doing with my life, man? But I love this so much. I can't stop it. I am addicted to the grind. I'm like Damian Lillard. I don't run from the grind. And I'm actually really looking forward to the next couple weeks. And look, if I'm being honest, man, it's all of your guys' and girls' support. All of our platforms are still growing. People are still tapping into the content. And that just goes to show that as bad as this team can be, we have a community that will run into the fire for each other. And that's the simple fact of the matter. It's easy to stream games and do content when the team is playing really well. Who's going to be here when they suck? We will. Anyway, enough of my motivational speeches. Let's try to get through this Saturday night. If you are in here, I don't know why you're here, but you're incredible. 100 plus people in the chat already. Guys, get us to 100 likes. Get us to 100 likes. I will talk about March Madness throughout the show tonight. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of time to talk about other things. Listen, I watched like 4 games today after I worked out, and I've been watching some good hoops today, man. So we will get to March Madness later. And my boy who balled out today, we'll get to all of that and more. If you have any questions or hot takes or whatever, drop them in the chat. But ladies and gentlemen, I think it's about that time. As crazy as it sounds, we are going to give a prediction for this game presented by Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what I need from you in the chat. Number 1, who is going to win this magnificent basketball game tonight? Number 2, what will the final score be? Number 3, who will lead the game in points? And number 4, how many points will they have? So again, I need 4 predictions from you in the comments right now. Final score prediction. Who gets the win? How many points will the leading scorer have? And who will the leading scorer be? I hope everybody's having an amazing Saturday or maybe Sunday, wherever you're at. Thank you for being here. Get the likes up. Let's piss off the neighbors tonight. Let's have a good stream and let's do what we can, man. Give me those predictions in the chat. I will give you mine on the other side. But first, a shout out to the great partners of the show over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, I love the Prize Picks app, man. You got to check out Prize Picks. If you haven't at this point, what are you doing? The playoffs are here in a few weeks. March Madness is here. There is no better way to cash in if you are right on the high flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more on Prize Picks. They have their brand new team picks markets where you can pick game winners, spreads, totals, all on top of the player picks you already know about. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets of March Madness and with everything else this spring with team picks. I love team picks personally. I was actually just talking to my buddy yesterday and he was asking me how it worked. And I'm like, look, you can watch the game. You can root for your team now, right? You can do your like player picks and you can like play the game with inside the game, but you can root for your team now and throw it on your team to win. Like tonight would be a great night to cash in on the 76ers, unless the Sixers pull out an ultimate Sixer and somehow blow this game against the Jazz. I just can't see it happening. The Sixers are a 5.5 point favorite. And listen, man, all you got to do is throw it in your group chat. Like I said, I have one with diehard Sixers fans. Usually they go with the other team at this point. I'm like, look, you can cash in big just by picking against the Sixers when they're throwing out G Leaguers. But anyway, tonight's a great night to get in with the Sixers. And what I love about team picks is that you can pick who's going to win the entire NBA Finals, the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all these other awards as well. It's another way to pick the sports you love, all on Prize Picks. Team picks are available in 35 states, including Cali, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS, get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, use code CLNS, get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks. It is good to be right. Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, let's get in on our predictions. Will we be right tonight? I've been pretty on the money as of late. There is no way, and maybe I'm being naive, maybe I'm being delusional. There's just no way that I see the Sixers losing this game, bro. There's just no way. This is like a gimme, man. Even if Ace Bailey does the most anti-Sixer thing possible and drops like 50 tonight, I still don't think the Jazz have enough to win. Now, again, I'm expecting either VJ Edgecombe or Justin Edwards or Quentin Grimes to do like most of what they've been doing. I don't think I'm expecting them to drop career highs again. But the Sixers should have this game in the bag by the fourth quarter, man. So for once, I'm going to actually be confident while I can. And I think the 76ers are going to actually get like a 17-point win. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm going to say they win it something like 126, we'll say. And actually, no, we'll go a little bit lower. We'll go 122 to 105, which is still a lot of points for the 76ers. But like I said, the Jazz defense is horrendous. They're worse than the Nets. They're worse than the Kings. The Utah Jazz defense stinks, and they have everybody out. So there's no way the 76ers shouldn't be able to pull this out. I'm going to say 122 to 105. And for the leading scorer tonight, I'm very tempted to go with Justin Edwards again, just because he's been hooping. But I think it's actually going to be a Quentin Grimes night. Like, I think all three of them will play well. But I think Quentin Grimes, given, like I said last game, right, he plays like it's game 7 of the finals against these bad teams that are tanking. So I think Grimes is going to have the most with like a 34-point game. So give me Grimes 34. Sixers win 122 to 105. All right, let's go to the chat. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Philly for Life, $2 super chat. What's up, man? He says we should get an award watching the hot garbage. That is a fact, man. Lou World says Nova choke. Don't even talk about Nova, bro. We'll talk March Madness. I'm mad about Villanova. We'll talk about it later. Lou World, what's good, bro? By the way, crazy trivia race. The trivia is now tied up between Lou World and Cable. Both tied, man. All right, let's see. 125, 103 Sixers. Grimes 30 piece tonight, says Jeff. Clint says 112.96. VJ 28. Amoroso 117, 104. Grimes 28. Marcia says 120 to 90 Sixers. Go Bird says 121, 100 Sixers. Grimes 27. Shout out to all the members in the chat. 129, 109 Sixers. VJ 34. 110, 100 Sixers. VJ 45 says Juan. Lou World says Sixers 108, 97. Edwards with 29. Marcia McCollum, what is good? VJ with 40. I like the big, bold predictions. Philly for Life says Nova let me down. Oh, brother, man, it was tough. It was tough. Williams says 123, 114. Sixers. Grimes 25. Cisco, what's good? Sixers 130, 120. Grimes leading scorer. Busy B in the house, 113, 104 Sixers. JE with 27. Dom, what's good? We got the whole crew in here tonight, man. 119, 104. VJ 31 to follow up last game's brilliance. Ladies and gentlemen, I like how we got all these people in here right now, man. First off, get those likes up. Drop a fire in the chat. It's time to drop that beat, bro. Let's go, man. John Monroe, what's up? Sixers 119, 110. VJ, aka 3J with 32 and 12 dimes. Bookbag 125, 111. Sixers 119, 105. Edwards 23. Sixers will win 110-103. VJ 33-9. Great predictions in the chat. Mr. Dino 107.98. VJ or Grimes teaching a masterclass. Larry says 120-107. Grimes 31. Philly for life says 130-128. Ed for 25. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Game Day Live. It is RB and the best community in the world. Let's go. It's about that time. Woo. Let's go, baby. Sixers and Jazz on a Saturday night, late night. How can it get better than this? Hype me up, chat. Hype me up. Let's keep that energy going, man. Let's have a good end of the week and get ready for a start of the week that will be very interesting, to say the least, man. Next week is where it gets interesting and it gets spicy, because tonight is the 12th game remaining in the season for the 76ers. After tonight, 11 more. They play the Thunder on Monday night. And if you didn't see the Thunder today, 3 guys got ejected for fighting. So that's going to leave a lot of room for Jared on Monday night to cook the 76ers. Wednesday night, Sixers play the Chicago Bulls. I will be at the game, and I believe Paul George is coming back. Maybe Joel Embiid too. And Saturday is Sixers Hornets, which could have huge implications in the standings. Matter of fact, let's pull up the standings. Let's do it. Let's show you guys where the standings are at right now, because there's been a lot of movement, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's pull this bad boy up. Here we go. We have the Sixers at 9th right now. They are tied with the Hawks and the Heat. They're actually all tied for 7. So the 3 of them are tied, but the Sixers do not hold the tiebreakers. Charlotte a game and a half behind the Sixers, and they're all a half game out of the 6th seed. So realistically, the Sixers actually could still avoid the play-in and get into the playoffs, as crazy as it sounds. It's actually crazy, bro. And they could get into the 5th seed. They're only a game and a half behind Toronto. So things are about to get wild, man. Look at all these teams on a losing streak right now. This is where the Sixers have to capitalize. So we will see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. We do it every single game. Pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. 4.5 hours, 4 to 4.5 hours of combined coverage, all in the same stream. All you have to do is, if you're watching the game, mute it, time me up with it. All right, no spoilers in the chat, otherwise you will get warned and then timed out. Wait till I call it for you to comment on it. Please do not spam in the chat. It is very annoying, and please do not be disrespectful to anybody. Other than that, man, we give you every piece of coverage that you need. So how are we feeling, man? How are we doing tonight? Shout out Busy B in the chat, dropping the rules. Thank you so much. And shout out to the members, man, dropping those yes sirs. I love it. I love it, man. It's been a good day, honestly. I mean, it was nice weather outside. I was enjoying it, doing a bunch of stuff and watching March Madness. Watching March Madness. Who watched March Madness today? Who watched it? Who watched March Madness? Y'all are going to start listening to your boy RB eventually, man. I'm just kidding. You guys always do that, man. What did I tell you guys about Yaks, man? Sixers, I'm fully on board, man. The Sixers draft pick hopefully will fall around like the early 20s. Did y'all watch March Madness today, bro? Sixers need to draft my boy Yaks, man. They called him the Dominican LeBron because he threw down a poster. In all seriousness, man, there's a lot of good players that I've been watching in March Madness. It's been a lot of fun. I like how a lot of the upper seeds are winning. You know, there's a few upsets here and there, which I do like, but there was like, what was it, 2 years ago when like everybody got upset? I didn't think that was that fun. Like, it was cool at first, but like, I feel like we have a lot of good talent in the tourney right now. But yeah, I watched the Michigan game. They're just so good. I watched who did I watch today? I watched Duke, who really turned it on in the second half. Who else did I watch today? I just watched the Texas Gonzaga game. Texas with the upset. Was flipping back and forth a little bit. Yesterday, I was watching a good amount, and I watched my Villanova Wildcats get upset, which was very frustrating. I watched Arizona, who is actually my pick to win it all in one of my brackets. My other pick to win it all is Michigan. The Kentucky game was out of this world yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw the ending of that game, Kentucky and Santa Clara. That was ridiculous. And yeah, just kind of flipped back and forth. And then I watched the late game last night, which was UConn. And yeah, UConn looked pretty good. And Florida won by like 60 points. RB wants the Axel drafted to get a media pass. Now, we're not even like boys like that, but listen, man, I'm biased. You know what I mean? He's nice, though. He's nice. Michigan's good, man. Michigan is good. John says the games today were good. Let's go, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Right on point. Dom says I'm not fully locked in, but I am watching. Tycoon's been watching. Houston blowout. Didn't get to watch that game. TCU, Duke, Michigan State, Cal Baptist. Let's see. We got a $5 super chat from BLSG. Reverse jinx alert. Jazz take down the Sixers. 105-104 off an Ace Bailey buzzer beater. Kyle Filipowski leads all scoring with a 32-point triple-double. BLSG with the ultimate reverse jinxes of the reverse jinxology school. Wow. Reverse jinxology on the Jazz winning is crazy. If the Jazz win this game, I'm done. I might actually be done if the Jazz win this game. Crazy. Lou says I was rooting for Kentucky for Tyrese. Kentucky, man, like I said, what a freaking game. What a game. Busy B says we need to draft the Florida 8-foot rookie. He is huge. It is crazy. It really is insane, yo. Unbelievable. 25th, he's eligible to come back. Yeah, PG returning on Wednesday. I will be in the building, and it's going to be wild. Hopefully Joel comes back that night too. Should be a lot of fun. Sixers need these guys back, man. People continue, to comment on everything, and they're just like, hey, what's the point? Meanwhile, Jared McCain keeps cooking for the Thunder. People still will not admit they're wrong about that. And Jared McCain's probably going to play a lot of minutes on Monday night as the Thunder got in a fight today with the Wizards. A couple guys got ejected there. Let's see. What else? Who else played in the NBA tonight? We have the Magic and the Lakers coming down to the wire. Hawks have a 15-point lead on the Warriors, who have continued to lose. I don't even think Curry's coming back this year. Miami's also up by 3 on Houston right now. So the standings I just showed you guys, we got to wait and see what happens with Atlanta, Orlando, and Houston and Miami. Those 3 are all in the lead right now. The Pacers are tanking against the Spurs, and the Mavericks are beating the Clippers. Clippers stink. Thunder ended up beating the Wizards to make it, I think, 11 in a row for them. Charlotte beat Memphis. Charlotte's really good. They're really good. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this final play-in race kind of shapes out, It's going to be interesting. RB the good luck charm. Thank you, Busy. Appreciate that. Yeah. If I'm in the building, they have to get a W. They don't lose when I'm in the building, so we'll see. Maybe the Sixers resurrect themselves and Paul George and Joel Embiid look incredible and all is good in the world. I don't know. I mean, we're at the final stretch here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe this is game 71? Can you believe it? Can you believe we are at the final stretch of the season? Guys, make sure you follow us on all platforms and make sure you hit the thumbs up. We got 150 people in here. I've come to realize lately that some people are watching this on their television. You definitely can still hit the like button on your television. Hit that thumbs up, man. Get us to 100 likes right now so we can wake up the neighbors. Let's go. Let's go. Is PG allowed to practice, or are they going to say yes to get in game shape? Nick Nurse did comment on Paul George and said that there would be no ramp-up period required, so I'm guessing he will play on Wednesday night. I'm guessing he will. RB was there for Embiid 70. I was. That was an incredible, incredible night, man. Probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. That was amazing. I'm so happy I witnessed that. By the way, same starting lineup for the 76ers tonight. It'll be VJ Edgecombe, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards, Dominic Barlow, and Adem Bona. I'm really, really happy to see Justin Edwards continuing to get more burn because he deserves it. That's what happens when you play young players and you unleash them. If you missed the extensive injury report, go back to the pregame show. I believe you can scroll back in real time. You can get an injury update. I don't want to read all the injuries off again. It might take me an hour to get through them all. But just know that the Jazz are playing nobody and the Sixers are down all starters. The Jazz starting lineup tonight is Elijah Harkless, Bez Mbeng, Ace Bailey, Cody Williams, and Kyle Filipowski. So, the guy that I was talking about in the pregame show, not Anderson, whatever his name was, Bez Mbeng. He is starting tonight for the Utah Jazz. This is like an actual player. Let me see if I can find how to pronounce his name. I don't want to disrespect the young man. He's got an interesting name, bro. Let's see. Yeah, here it says Bez Mbeng. So I got it right. Is this his first NBA start? Let's see. Bez Mbeng. This is his first career NBA start. He's played in 4 games. He is a rookie out of Yale. So he's a smart guy. 23 years old. That is who the 76ers are playing up against tonight. They're playing up against Bez Mbeng. All right, man. Here we go. Time to tip it off in Utah. The tanking Jazz up against the Sixers, who need a win desperately and continue to need to win. Let's go. All right, man. So the Jazz had the ball, and then looks like they're going to now inbound it from half court. Jazz are professional tankers, I'm not going to lie. Jazz are rocking their white jerseys tonight. Sixers are rocking the blue guys. Here's Cody Williams going to find Ace Bailey coming off a 33-point game. I believe that was his season and career high. He left the baseline J short, goes out of bounds, going to stay with Utah, though. Ace Bailey leading the Utah Jazz. Who would have thought?
Let's go.
Busy B says Kennard hit the game winner. So the Lakers beat the Magic. The Lakers won on a buzzer beater. That's huge for the 76ers. That means Orlando lost, which is one of the 3 teams we had to keep an eye on. Ace drives to the rim, misses it. Nice defense by Bona. Here come the 76ers. Edwards going to dribble downhill, drives, floats it up, misses it. Bona tried to tap it in, could not. Filipowski the rebound. Here come the Jazz. By the way, who's number 5 is Harkless. Or I'm sorry, it's Cody Williams who slams it down at the rim. Bez Mbeng is number 21. How tall is Bez Mbang? Let's see. Nice spin move by Barlow. He's fouled by the Mormon, and he's going to the line for two. 6'4", 185 for Bez Mbang. Actually, the foul was on Ace Bailey. My bad. $5 super chat. Philly for life says, what I can believe is we're in the final stretch with none of our starters healthy except VJ and Barlow. First one missed by Barlow, who, by the way, has not really played that well in the second half of the season. But Philly, you're exactly right. And you have every right to be frustrated, and I am also frustrated about it, for sure. Barlow going to knock down the second, go 1 of 2 at the stripe. I mean, it's ridiculous that for the second year in a row, we've been sitting up here the last 10 games watching the G League team play. I mean, it's ridiculous. Filipowski off the cut, misses the layup. Sixers get it back. Scores 2-1. VJ driving downhill, lost control of it, picked it up, scooped it up, and was fouled. Kennard game winner is huge. The Lakers are on fire, but that really is big for the Sixers. That means Orlando loses. And let's see. Let's see if they updated the standings yet. VJ going to knock down the first at the stripe. So they have not updated the standings, but as of right now, the Magic, Hawks, and Heat are all tied with the Sixers. Hawks and the Heat are winning right now, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, Philly, you're exactly right, bro. You are. Guys, over 200 in the chat. Can we get to 100 likes? Let's go. 2 for 2 for VJ at the line. Kyle Filipowski as the Rock. He's wearing green shoes. Mbang back to Filipowski, drives the lane, goes up, and he is fouled by Bona. So once again, in case you missed it in the pregame show, we were playing the segment, Who the Heck is Playing Tonight? And the Jazz are playing a guy named Bez Mbang. That's who they're playing. That's who they are playing. I don't even think the guy that they played last game, Anderson, whatever, is even on the team. Kennedy Chandler, it says, is on the bench. So Kennedy Chandler was signed from the Delaware Bluecoats. He's been there most of the season. So the Jazz are they're doing what the Sixers did last year. They're just finding guys randomly at this point to play. What did Drummond get fined for? He got fined for, remember last game when he hit that 3 and he did the finger pointing at the bench? He got fined for that, which is ridiculous. Filipowski going to knock down at the line, 2 of 2. The Jazz take a 4-3 lead. Here are the 76ers. Quentin Grimes trying to get going. He kicks it up to Justin Edwards. Edwards steps into a 3. Cha-ching! Big shot by J. Ed, who has been on fire the last couple of games. Had 32 the other night in Sacktown, and he set a new career high. Here's Ace Bailey cutting the rim. Goes up, fouled by VJ. Not a really smart foul at all. VJ did a really good job. He was comfortable last game as that lead guard. Jazz defense stinks. Sixers going to have to, keep it within themselves, right? Let's go. Ace Bailey going to knock down the first. Is anyone's sound and gameplay off like big time? Is my sound not working, guys? My software was acting up a little bit, but is my thing messed up? Let me know. Here's VJ Edgecombe going to dribble, drive downhill, goes up against Bona, and he is fouled. No, not you, Philly, the game. Why are you guys doing that to me, man? Only scaring me out here, bro. No offense. We don't care about the NBC audio, bro. We got the Game Day Live audio going on, Got to rock with RB. Y'all scared me, bro. Thought I had to reset the stream, man. Y'all scared me. Now I'm taking a 30-second timeout. I'll be right back.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University supporting all your ands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the members in the chat, the mods, the community. Don't scare me like that again. Listen, we got 220 in the chat. We don't even have 100 likes. I shouldn't have to keep telling you guys, man. Let's go. We got to push this through the YouTube algorithm. We got to tell YouTube, hey, this is good content. Let's get other new NBA fans in here, bro. Let's go. I'll get back to the chat when we get a hundo bomb. So far, it's been very ugly on the offensive side. Only a couple minutes in, but yeah, these are just the games where it's just like, as they say, another game on the 82, you know? It's just another game on the 82. But yeah. It's a Saturday night. If you're in here, I mean, I already know you're an absolute psycho. But let's go. We got to have some fun. Let me watch this play real quick from Luke Kennard. Let's see what my boy JJ Redick drew up over there in LA. Let's see. Wow, that's a nice play. Imagine drawing up a good play with a game on the line. Hit it with 0.6 of a second. Big time. Thank you, JJ Redick. Can we give some love to JJ Redick in the chat? Drop the JJs in the chat. Oh, we had a challenge. That's why we were at commercial. Who challenged it? The Jazz challenged it. They called it a foul, and they challenged, and they won the challenge. So the Jazz are going to get the ball, I believe. Looked like Kyle the Mormon Filipowski did hit Bona's hand, though. But I guess they called it all ball. Guess they did. So now the Jazz have it. Here's Bez Mbeng. The dribble, the drive, and the scoop, and it is in for Elijah Harkless, number 16, not the brother of Mo Harkless. VJ going to answer right back with a quick layup of his own. The Sixers lead it 8-7. Here's Filipowski for 3. That one is short. VJ comes in, scoops the rebound, and throws behind his back as he saved it. Grimes going full head of steam, lays it up and in. Dude, the Jazz, man. Holy Jazz. Right now, the Jazz are 5th in the NBA Tankathon standings. In case you guys didn't know, here's a horror story for you. The Jazz first round pick is top 8 protected. If they do not get in the top 8, it will fall to the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder also own the Sixers first round pick, which is top 4 protected. So if the Sixers pick doesn't fall in the top 4, it will go to the OKC Thunder. The Thunder also own their own first round pick, and I believe they own the Clippers first round pick. So am I right in that the Thunder could get 4 first round picks this year, which is OD, man. It's ridiculous. Let's take a look at the Thunder future draft picks just to have some fun. And while I'm doing that, man, did we hit 100 yet? We did. Drop the blue and red in the chat and drop the yes sirs. I need everybody dropping some blue and red. Let's get a Sixers roll call going in the chat. And let's get some yes sirs going. Let's see. Okay, so the Thunder own their own first. They own top 4 protected pick via Philly, top 8 protected via Utah. Okay, they don't own the Clippers this year. They own the Clippers next year with swap rights. They have a second this year. Dallas or Philly swap rights. They have a first. They have 2 firsts and 3 firsts in 27. They have first in 28. They have 2-29. Jeez, bro, this is ridiculous. This is actually insane. All right. Anyway, the Jazz need to get in the top 8, not only to keep their pick, but also to not give it to OKC. And the Sixers need to get in the top 4 to not give to OKC. Anyway, man, enough of OKC. We'll see them on Monday night. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Let's wake up the neighbors. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. My name is Terry Johnson. If the neighbors call the Popos, tell them my name is Terry Johnson. Let's go. Now I'm seeing all the emojis lighting up the chat. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. Estelle says, I wouldn't worry about 2028 and beyond. Well, you're crazy because in terms of the Sixers, they have all their picks in 2028, bro, and 2029. They need stuff now. If you're talking about the Thunder, well, they have picks galore. They have everything you need and more. They have completely fleeced the NBA thanks to Paul George somehow, some way. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Let's go. Sixers lead it by 3. Here's the drive kick. Here's I keep wanting to say Bryce. His name's Bez. Bez Mbeng. Ace Bailey for 3. Cha-ching. And he's going to emote at the end of it. Don't let Ace Bailey drop 50, man. 8:35 to go here in the first. Edwards at the top. Barlow dribbling. Turns downhill. Lost it. Jazz pick it up. Here come the Utah Jazz. Cody Williams going to turn and spin. Here's the drive and the kick. Mbeng. They leave him wide open. Dumps down low. Kyle Filipowski fouled by Bona. By the way, I think we're going to add some mods soon, probably in a couple games. So shout out to all the mods in here. And we're going to load up for the playoffs. By the way, who's going to be here all playoffs long, man? If you're going to be here in the playoffs with your boy, even if we're streaming other games, let me know in the chat. I want to know where the diehards are at. Yeah, shout out Terry Johnson, man. I really liked Filipowski. I wanted him with the 16th pick, says Vincent James. He fell to the second round, right? Fell to the beginning of the second because of things that are very, very detailed, I will say. Here's a 3 from Mbeng. Mbeng! And Barlow goes limping off to the locker room. Jesus, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? Now Barlow's hurt? What did we do? VJ pull up baseline, blocked by Ace Bailey. Gets his own rebound, though. Walker, the layup, and it's in. Jazz score again, bro. This team cannot afford another injury. Grimes step back 3, off the back iron. Jazz pick it up. I didn't even see how Barlow got hurt, man. Ace Bailey for 3 in transition. Just missed. Filipowski, the offensive rebound, and he's fouled by Walker. Are we serious right now? One point I did want to make in the pregame show that I forgot was the last few games that the Sixers have won, instead of being complete crap in the third quarter, they've been complete crap in the second quarter. They've actually been okay in the third quarter when they've been winning games. They've just been crap in the second. But now they're crap in the first. I'm just really mad right now that Barlow just got hurt, man. How can every person on the team get injured? I know like it's a league-wide thing right now, but this is insane, man. Our whole freaking team is hurt. Like, what are we doing, man? 240 people in the chat. Gets us to 200 likes. We got to keep the love flowing, man, because it's hard watching this team, bro, especially when everybody gets hurt. Grimes up the floor to Edwards. Edwards steps into a 3. It's off again. The Jazz are on a 10-2 run. 10-2? Bailey downhill, kicks it out. Mbeng, Filipowski. Harkless all the way to the rim. Out of bounds. Nice defense by the Sixers. We should have known that that a guy named Bez Mbeng was going to be the rando that'll probably cook the Sixers tonight. It's just Sixer fashion. Nice defense again by the Sixers. Cameron Payne is in for the first time for Philadelphia. Jazz are only running like 7 or 8 guys tonight anyway. Bailey up top to Filipowski. Filipowski drives and kicks. Here's Ace Bailey, pops up a 3. That one's wide left. Sixers have the board, and here they come. We are almost halfway into the first. It's been a long quarter. See if we can get an update on Barlow. Here's Cameron Payne. Payne going to find Jabari Walker, now Edwards. Edwards around the screen. He drives, turns the corner, downhill to the rim. Got it, and one! Yes, sir! And one! Drop the ones in the chat. I want to see them. Flood the chat with ones. Justin Edwards is hooping, man. He's hooping. Philly for life, $2 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Cardiac game incoming with the damn Utah Jazz. Bro, we just saw it. We just saw it 17 days ago, my guy. Sixers won by 4 points that last time. And you know what? It's hilarious. I actually remember that game. And I remember the post-game clip I put out. And I said, this is, you guys know what I always say, right? Like there's good wins. There's bad losses. There's good losses. And there's bad wins. And I said that was a horrible win. And people are like, bro, what can you expect with our team out, man? I'm like, I can expect us to beat the tanking Jazz who are trying to lose. Here's Cody Williams. Mbeng kicks it out. Number 55 in the game just got a bucket. That's John Conchar, who is playing through a quad contusion. And in for the Jazz is Kennedy Chandler, who was just picked up from the Delaware Bluecoats. Jabari Walker misses a 3. Kennedy Chandler has been hooping all season for the Bluecoats, so now the Jazz pick him up. Oscar Tshiebwe in the game. He's going to drive the lane and throw it down with 2 hands. They got the whole injured Jazz core jumping off the bench. I just saw Kevin Love jump off of the bench. He almost strained his quad by doing that, and Bone is going to finish an oop on the other end. The Jazz don't even play Kevin Love. And he just jumped off the bench. Here's a little bunny, missed it at the rim. Tshiebwe, the board, and the dunk. Bona does not know what he's doing right now. Get Drummond in the game, man. This is crazy, bro. Sixers just want to see us suffer, man, on a Saturday night. They want to see us pissed off. Here's Cameron Payne, kicks up to Edwards. The pump fake, the drive, downhill, turns, spins, fades. Got it. Nice bucket by J. Ed. He's up to 8 on the evening. And then the Sixers give up a wide open layup on the other end. Courtesy of Bez Mbeng. How do you give up a layup that wide open? There's no way. Grimes misses the layup. There's no way you're getting cooked by the Utah Jazz. No defense whatsoever. Grimes going to make the first one, man. They just can't make things easy, can they? Here comes Andre Drummond in for the first time. Philly for life, $2 super chat says Edwards is a dog, saying it for 2 years, RB. Have we not? We have, man. We have. This is what happens when you let young players get opportunity. Simple as that. I'm not saying he's going to be like this when the Stars ever come back, if they do. But he can hoop, man. Put him in the right spots. Draw up some plays for him. Let him work. 240 people in the chat. We got 115 likes. Let's go, guys. Get us up to 200 before the end of the first. Here's Oscar Tshiebwe. Beats Drummond. Drummond plucked it away. Jazz get it back. Sixers are not moving on defense. And another step off the foot. Can't get it for the Jazz this time. Marjon Beauchamp is in for Philadelphia. Grimes going to drive all the way to the rim. Goes up. And a nice finish by Grimes. He's kind of getting me annoyed with that body language, though. Like, chill out, Grimes. This ain't Game 7 of the finals, bro. Here's a 3-ball. John Conchar can't get it to go. Cameron Payne running up the floor. Payne all the way. Stops on a dime. Pulls up. Quick trigger 3. And it's good. Terry Johnson for the triple. Here's Kennedy Chandler. Rocking the fro. Here's Cody Williams. Goes downhill. Turns, spins, puts it up. Left it short. Grimes the rebound. Let's go, Sixers. Time to wake up. Jabari Walker. Euro step. Kicks it out. Terry Johnson for 3. Got it again. Cameron Payne. Back-to-back triples. Sixers 10 of 17 from the field. This really is the Grimes Game 7, man. Jazz just got fouled again. Sheboy ends up on the ground. It's a foul on Beauchamp. It's just like Grimes really does get me mad sometimes. Like, the guy finishes a layup in traffic. He gets spun around and he's banging on the ground. Like, bro, this is not Game 7. Get up off the ground, bro, and like, let's go. Come on. Let's handle business, bro. Jazz are in the bonus now, by the way, after that foul. A lot of fouls here in the first. You guys are slacking on the likes right now, man. We'll get back to the chat later when y'all wake up. By the way, trivia is going to be very interesting tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, if you were not here the other night, we have a very interesting trivia race. It is now tied at 9. Cable and Lou tied at the top. Cable has made the comeback. Bird Gang has 8 right behind. So the Jazz are down by 2 after the free throws. Here's Terry Johnson, a.k.a. Campaign again, and this time he's fouled from beyond. So 3 coming up at the line for Cameron Payne. In all seriousness, man, thank you for being here. If you are actually here on a Saturday night, tapped in and listening in, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. Thank you for being here. There's a lot of other things you could be doing, but the fact that you're here, I really appreciate it. Let's go. Hopefully we get an update on Dominic Barlow. Hopefully he's okay and nothing serious. He went limping off the floor a couple minutes ago. Payne going to knock down the first. Second one is good. 5-point lead now for the 76ers. 2:40 to go in the first. Sixers on a 13-2 run after the Jazz 10-2 run. Walker, nice contest at the rim. Jazz have it. Mbang going to find Williams for 3. Way off. Jazz get it again. Sheboy just floats one up. Not even close. So here come the 76ers again on a 13-2 run. Grimes goes right downhill, lays it in. That's how you do it, Jazz. Remember what I said a couple weeks ago, guys? How the Jazz pretty much threw the end of that last game? They were going to win that game. I don't know if you guys remember a couple weeks ago. And then Keontae George started throwing up anything. Now we got another foul in the Sixers, so 2 more free throws coming up for Utah. Cody Williams is kind of holding his left elbow a little bit. I don't know if you guys remember, man. Jazz were going to win that game a couple weeks ago, and then they were playing too good, and their coach was like, yo, like, start tanking, bro. Like, hey, we can't win this game. So no lead is safe with the 76ers. No lead is safe. Cody Williams going to knock down the second free throw. Dom says, I'm about to mute the TV and time up the TV with RB. I thought that's what you guys do, man. Shout out to the InSync crew. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes coming around a Drummond screen. Grimes one-on-one. Here he goes. Game 7 of the finals for Grimes, and then he throws it away. Yeah, man, time up the broadcast, you know. Get the full RB effect. Nick Nurse looks like he wants to go home, man. Nick Nurse looks like he wants to get a burger and go chill at home. 1:40 to go here in the first. Here's the drive. Bailey puts it up. Misses it. Drummond the rebound. Jazz aren't even playing their best bench players tonight. They're trying to tank full effect. Grimes misses the layup. Walker gets it, puts it up, and he's fouled. How many fouls we got here in the first quarter, man? This is insane. This is a long first quarter. Crazy, man. Jazz are like, yeah, if we play our best bench players, then we're not gonna if we play our best bench players, we're not gonna tank properly. Dom says, I like to watch you, the TV, and listen to the radio. Hey, that's fire, man. Got a three-way setup going. 130 on the like button right now, man. Let's go. Get it to 200. Get us to the 200 piece, man. Get us to that 200 piece. Free throws, good. 36-29. 120 to go here in the first. Here's Kennedy Chandler going to find Ace Bailey. Ace going to drive to the lane. Conchar to Kennedy Chandler, and he's fouled. He played a couple games for the Sixers last year in the Tankathon crew. It is really crazy, man. It really is crazy, like the levels of tanking in the NBA right now, like how they've gotten so advanced. Like the guys that they're picking up to play games. Pretty wild. It's pretty wild. First one good at the line for the Jazz, 6-point game. We got trivia coming up here in a minute, man. It's going to be interesting. You know, a couple people really need that. And if you're trying to get back in the race, the time is now. Jazz go 2 of 2 at the stripe. 1:05 to play here in the first. Campaign up top. He's going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes dribbling downhill, finds Drummond. Drummond throws it away, and it was knocked out by Conchar. I don't know if any of you live in Utah, but I'm guessing the tickets are probably like $1 right now. Here's Cameron Payne, 6 on the shot clock. Grimes has it, coming around a screen from Drum God. And an illegal screen from Andre Drummond. Sixers are trying to just keep our interest, aren't they? I mean, this is crazy, bro. This is wild. Jazz have not scored in the last 4 minutes. 40 seconds to go. Dribble the drive, misses everything, out of bounds. Sixers ball. Yusuf Nurkic with his nose job, jumped off the bench to complain about it. Sorry, Nurkic, didn't mean to throw you astray there, but pipe down, buddy. Guys, the Heat are down by 5 with 4.5 to go. The Heat have choked the lead. The Hawks are going to beat the Warriors, most likely. The Heat are down by 5. We got to keep our eyes on that game. Here's Quentin Grimes. Grimes against Chandler. Puts up the J. Can't get it. Sixers get the offensive rebound. Beauchamp is fouled going to the line for 2. Sixers on a 19-6 run. All right, guys. Let's see who's up in the chat, man. Let's go. Drop some comments in here. Get active. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Who is up in the building? I know it's a Saturday night. I know we're psychos for even being here, but who's rocking with us tonight, man? We do this every game, by the way. If you are new to the show, this is Sixers Game Day Live. We have cultivated a Game Day Live community and a concept where we give you pregame, live game, and postgame shows all mushed into one. We give you this coverage every game, man. Live stats, analysis, breakdowns, comments, all of it. 5 seconds to go after the free throws. Here's Ace Bailey, 2. 1. Ace, step back 3. Got it at the buzzer. Ace Bailey with a ridiculous sidestep, step back 3. And he makes it 38-34. Keeps it close at the end of the first quarter. What a shot by Ace Bailey. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially the end of the first quarter, and that means it is time for our favorite segment, Sixer Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. It is a big one. I just talked about the trivia leaderboard, so it's going to be a good one tonight, man. Shout out to National University. You know the deal, guys. Only one guess permitted in the chat. I will say the question first, then I will wait a couple seconds and put it in the chat. Only one guess counts. If you guess more than once, you are disqualified. Whoever gets the most points right at the end of the season wins a big prize at the end of the regular season. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Sixer Scholars Trivia question of the night is, what is the most points scored in a playoff game by a Sixers player in franchise history? What is the most points scored in a playoff game by a Sixers player in franchise history? How many? Without going over. Without going over. What is the most points scored in a playoff game by a Sixers player in franchise history? Give you guys 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Once again, the question is, what is the most points scored in a playoff game by a Sixers player in franchise history? 10 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, back in 2003, the Sixers' playoff career high or record was set by the man himself. Hold on, I'm sorry. The Jazz just stole the ball away on the inbounds, laid it in, and got a foul, and won. It was Kennedy Chandler. Are you kidding me? Of course this guy's going to cook the Sixers. He's a former Sixer. Anyway, enough of Kennedy Chandler. So yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, the answer, AI, 2003. The correct answer is 55 points. And the first person to get it in the live chat is Cable SSC. Are you kidding me? Cable does it again. VJ misses a 3 by everything. Ladies and gentlemen, Cable channel member. Drop some fires for Cable in the chat. He has come all the way back to overtake the top spot on the leaderboard. He has come all the way back down like 8-2, and he now leads the trivia. An unbelievable comeback. Sixers just turned it over again. There go the Jazz all the way with an easy layup. The Jazz have come all the way back and have now taken the lead on the Sixers. This is unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm witnessing right now. I can't believe what I'm witnessing. A quick 8-0 run after not scoring for 5 minutes. Campaign turns and spins, lost the ball, but they gave him a foul. Wow. Cable with back-to-back points, and he now has 10 on the season and has overtaken Lou World, who has 9. Drop some fires for Cable. Campaign knocks down the first free throw. Cable, congratulations, and thank you all for playing Sixer Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. Woo! Lou World, like a month ago, he was getting cocky in the chat. He was like, look, this is my hill. You know, this is my throne. Nobody's going to overtake me. Dom said Cable just comes in during trivia to smoke us. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Cable, he just be popping in during trivia, man. Gets his business done and he dips. Wow, what a crazy trivia race, man. Lou World drops the dots in the chat. Lou World is speechless. He is speechless. Ace Bailey, gonna dribble, drive, spin. Here's a 3-ball. Filipowski, no good. By the way, Dominic Barlow is now officially out for the night with a left ankle sprain. I just can't do it with this team, bro. This is unbelievable, bro. DJ drives the lane. Looked like there was a foul. Somebody's down on the floor. Guys, come on, bro. Bro. Sorry, I'm not even paying attention, man. The Sixers just got a bucket. I don't even care. I'm just mad. I'm just mad, dude. Ace Bailey just got fouled on the other end. I don't even know what's going on anymore, man. Did he just make a bucket or no? This game is like dragging right now, and I'm mad about Barlow. Wow, Bailey that was crazy. He did a reverse dunk and got fouled from behind. He drove baseline, did a reverse dunk and got fouled and came down awkwardly. Foul was on Beauchamp. Here's Dalen Terry in the game. Dude, this is like torture, man. Busy says, Lou World has been schooled. What a great pun. Lou World, what do you have to say for yourself? I'm just kidding, man. Cable, where are you at, bro? They're calling Cable a shadow watcher in the chat. Beauchamp has 3 fouls, by the way. How the heck does Beauchamp have 3 fouls? Game is 42-42. Here's Cameron Payne going to drive the lane, kicks it out. Watford's in for the first time. A 3-ball, no good. My eyes are bleeding, man. They really are. Beauchamp, 3 fouls in 7 minutes. Filipowski spins, kicks back to Chandler. Kennedy Chandler to Filipowski, the pick and pop for 3. He misses it. This game's feeling like torture right now, man. Bona downhill, floats it up and in. Sixers retake the lead. And then you got people in the comments that are like, RB, why are you so negative, bro? We're not playing with any players. I'm like, yeah, wait till you see who we're playing up against. Filipowski drives the lane, floats it up, and got another bucket. Sixers just are not playing defense. They're just not playing any defense whatsoever. Watford to Edgecombe. Edgecombe guarded by Chandler. Pulls up a mid-range and hits it. Cardiac hoops, man. Cardiac hoops right now. Here's a 3-ball from Chandler, and it's money! Kennedy Chandler, former Sixer, former Blue Coat, is the one cooking the Sixers off the bench tonight. This is unbelievable, bro. Watford out to the oppo corner, throws it into the second row. Watford, are you drunk? Watford, for real, bro. For real. You're not this bad, Watford. Holy crap. I got to look up Kennedy Chandler, man. This is, my eyes are, they hurt, bro. I need to go to the, I need to see an optometrist. This is unbelievable, bro. This is unbelievable. Kennedy Chandler's 23 years old. He was a second-round pick back in 2022. Matter of fact, my bad, bro. Kennedy Chandler didn't even play for the 76ers, bro. He didn't even play for the Sixers. He played for the Blue Coats only. He hasn't played in the NBA since 2023. Oh my gosh, bro. There's just no way. He played for the Memphis Grizzlies. Then he was in the G League for 3 years. And he was with the Blue Coats this year. There's just no way. There's no way. Filipowski knocks over Watford. It's going to be an illegal screen. 300 people in the chat somehow. Get us to 200 likes, man. Let's go. Get us to 200 likes. Guys, no spamming in the chat, no spoiling. Let's go. Shout out to the mod squad, man. There's VJ, nice dribble, spin into the lane, floats it up, got it to go. VJ now has 8 and 4 boards and 2 dimes. 7:40 to go in the second. Here's a pull-up J. It's airballed by Williams. Here come the Sixers. Payne, Watford, drives in, lays it up and in. 7:25 to go here in the second. Sixers lead by 3 in a cardiac game. Williams to Filipowski. He pops up for 3. Just missed it. Sixers have it. They lead by 3. Here's Dalen Terry guarded by Harkless. Drummond a 3 in the corner. Misses it. Rebounded by Dalen Terry. VJ to Watford. Watford to VJ. VJ pops a 3 top of the arc. No good. Chandler got hit in the eye by Dalen Terry on the rebound. And it's going to be a foul on Dalen Terry. You guys are new to the channel, man. I do this every single game. Pre-game, live game, and post-game. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all, man. Edwards, Grimes, and VJ all with 8 apiece. The rest of the team has 26 points. Well, 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Let's take a break from talking about basketball and all, and let's talk about something positive, which is better than the Sixers defense right now, and that is National University. Ladies and gentlemen, big shout out to our partners of the show, our partners of the trivia question every game, and education is huge, man. If you are looking to go back to school, if you want to level up, get that next degree, National University is for you. Whether you're juggling a full-time job, taking care of a family, whatever the case is, you have all these responsibilities going on. You're like, hey, I don't have the time, the energy to go back to school. Worry no more, because National University offers the most comprehensive degree programs in the world. 4 and 8 week online classes designed to help you balance work, life, and school for non-traditional students. Think working students, right? A lot of people nowadays, actually 70% of students are working now while in school. People just don't have the time to strictly focus on learning. That's where NU comes in handy. They have 150 degree programs and certificates available, a 50-year history of innovative learning designed for non-traditional students. And ladies and gentlemen, we have like 9 days left, I think. NU is offering their Year of You scholarship through the end of March is when you can apply for it. This scholarship grants students up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. So check out all of their new scholarship offerings, check out their programs, and level up, man. Go get that next degree. Don't be like the Sixers. Don't get everybody hurt and then just take a level down. Level up in your career, in your life. Shout out to National University. Click our link down in the chat or the description, or go to nationaluniversity.com and check out all of their flexible online schooling programs. Thank you to them for partnering on the show for the last several years. Matter of fact, they make me want to go back and level up too, man. They really do. I might have to go apply to be an assistant coach on defense for the 76ers, and I might need to take a couple defensive courses to learn or to teach, because there's no way you're giving up 50 points to the Jazz in a quarter and a half. How do you do that, man? How do you do that? Dom says we should be at 250 likes. That is a fact. We should. We're at 167. Let's go. Get us to 200. Someone said the Rockets got the win. Did they? That's huge. The Rockets win 123 to 122, meaning that the Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic have both lost tonight. The Atlanta Hawks, I believe, won, right? Yeah, they're about to beat. Yeah, they won against the Warriors. So the Hawks won, and the Magic and the Heat lost. That means that if the 76ers win tonight's game, as Chandler knocks down the free throws, 10 points for Kennedy Chandler, by the way. If the 76ers win tonight, they will be in the 7 seed, a half game ahead of Orlando and Miami. VJ downhill, turns, spins, fades. Drummond taps it back home. Put it back with the left hand. Andre Drummond makes it a 3-point lead again. 3 ball in the corner. Harkless can't get it to go. Here come the 76ers. VJ Edgecombe going to find Cameron Payne. They leave him open. He pump fakes. He drives. Kicks to Drummond. Drummond, one hand, almost traveled. Here's Dalen Terry. Terry into Watford. Nice ball movement here on this possession. Watford turns, spins to his right, goes up, and floats it up and in. Sixers lead it 54 to 49. 10-2 run for Philly. Here's the drive and the kick. 3 ball wide open, Harkless, and he drills it. Sixers just don't want to play defense, bro. They really don't. Here's VJ Edgecombe coming around the screen. VJ with the right hand working on Filipowski. Throws it away. Jazz steal it. Went diving into the stands but couldn't save it. It was Cody Williams, the lottery pick out of Colorado a year ago. The tip-in from Amon was insane. I didn't see what happened. Did they get a buzzer beater? Did they get a buzzer beater? All I know is that the Rockets won. That's all that matters. Drummond smiling from ear to ear. Good to see Drummond having a good time, I guess. 7 on the shot clock. Watford to VJ. They trap VJ up top. VJ nowhere to go. Finds Drummond. Nice dime. Drummond all the way. Misses the layup. He smoked an easy layup. Holy smokes. 3 ball from Harkless is in and out. Watford the board. Here come the 76ers. VJ downhill going all the way in with the left hand. VJ's got to tie his shoe. His shoe came undone. 5:10 to go here in the second. Sixers have a 4-point lead. Here's a 3 ball from Chandler. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Apparently the Rockets beat the Heat on a buzzer beater. So whoever said that in the chat is correct. Watford misses the layup and then taps it in. Leave it to the Sixers to get cooked by Kennedy Chandler. Bailey for 3 off the back iron. There's no way they're getting cooked. This is insane, guys. Cody Williams just flew it down the lane and slammed it down. It always is somebody off the bench, isn't it? It's always somebody off the bench, bro. Kennedy Chandler, I don't even think he's played a game yet with the Jazz. I think this is his first game. This is his first game in the NBA in 2 years. He's been with the Blue Coats all season. I mean, you cannot make this up, guys. You cannot make this up. What do you guys want me to say, man? What are you looking for in my analysis? Because this is crazy, bro. It really is. I'm missing the game. I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. Trying to look a bunch of things up. There's no point. Watford just got swatted by Ace Bailey. You're getting punked by the Jazz, bro? I mean, again, should I be surprised, though? Should I be surprised? Sixers roster is horrendous. Why am I even mad? Why do I even care? Sixers lose it at the buzzer. Here come the Jazz. Ace Bailey, corner three. Just missed it. Grimes the rebound. Jazz are going to have to put in that call in the fourth quarter again. They're going to have to say, yo, why are you guys playing so well? Start tanking again. Start throwing up anything you want as Grimes is fouled. I'm being honest. This is an honest question. Like, why are you guys in the show, man? Do you just love these streams? You can't get enough of it, the community? If so, I appreciate y'all, man. 300 plus in here. Get us to 200 likes. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We do this every game, as bad as it gets. This is the second year in a row we're streaming games like this, man. Grimes hits the first. This is just unbelievable. I mean, I'm watching Kennedy Chandler. This dude has not played in the NBA in 2.5 years. He was with the Blue Coats, the Sixers G League team, all season. Just got picked up yesterday and has 13 points in the first half. Grimes goes 2 of 2 at the line. 60-57. This feels just like the game a couple weeks ago, where it's cardiac against Utah and they're going to tank it on purpose at the end. I don't know if you guys saw the Nets yesterday. They purposely tanked the end of their game because they were about to beat the Knicks. Kennedy Chandler, another three. Just missed it. Drummond the rebound. Edgecombe down the lane, lays it up with the up and under. Cable says, got to the point I just laugh when the Sixers do this. Philly Shad, what's up, brother? Good to see all the OGs in here, man. He says, fan of basketball and a supporter of RB. Thank you, man. Cody Williams just got blocked at the rim, but the Jazz get it back. Bailey a corner three, misses it. Jazz poke it away again. VJ comes up with it this time. Edwards downhill all the way, lays it and missed it. By the way, man, where the heck has Justin Edwards been, dude? Did he sit the whole freaking quarter? Did Edwards sit the whole quarter? Grimes downhill. Offensive foul on the Sixers. Did Edwards sit the whole second quarter? He's played 3 minutes in the second quarter. He just came in like a minute ago. I listened while I watched to feel like I'm watching the game with somebody. That's awesome, man. That's the vibe we're going for sure. Dom says, here to support you and chat with my people in here. Let's go, man. Busy says, I wish they would have beat the Knicks. They were going to, and then they purposely tanked the end of it. All right, y'all. 325 people in the chat. Let's play a fun game we like to play called Drop the Spot. Ladies and gentlemen, drop it like it's hot. Let me know where you're tapping in from on this Saturday night. Last game of the West Coast trip, thankfully. This is the last time we'll be up this late here for a Sixers game this season. Sixers and Jazz on the West Coast. Let me know where y'all are tapping in from watching the show tonight. Give us 20 more likes, get us to 200, and make sure you follow us everywhere. I'm going to drop our link tree in the chat. You can click that and go and follow us everywhere. I've been doing extra content on the other platforms, IG, TikTok, and stuff. So if you want my takes on all NBA stuff, definitely check us out on there. Got some exciting things on the way soon. Mikey says, I'm so checked out, I don't even know what's going on. I feel you, bro. Feel you. Nurse figured out he was good and said, let him rot on the bench. Exactly, Busy. Exactly. Let's see. We got Lou says PA in the chat. Lou World's a good sport, man. He's still in here. He's still in here despite getting overtaken on trivia. But hey, Lou, you still got a lot of chances, man. Who else? Beer Battered Gummy Shark tapping in from Australia. Philly, PA in the chat. What's up? Pittsburgh in the house. Upper Darby in the chat. South Jersey in the house tonight. Eastwick, PA in the building. Spring City, PA in the building. Charlotte, NC in the house. What else we got up in here, man? Tampa in the chat. South Jersey in the building. Busy B says Birmingham, Alabama. Busy tapping in from Birmingham. What brings you to Birmingham? Rob says Richmond in the house. Richmond, VA. Woodstown, NJ. South Jersey, as usual. What's up, Dead Stu? Also South Jersey. I'm a part of the Walt Whitman crew. Let's go, man. Shout out South Jersey in the house. We got Maryland in the building tonight. Walt Whitman crew stand up, says Cass. Orangeburg SC in the chat tonight. Lou World says, been here for 5 years. Losing my lead on trivia isn't going to make me disappear. Let's go, man. Lou World, you're a real one, bro. I appreciate you, man. Fire Take Goat in the chat. Shout out to all the Fire Take Goats. Filipowski for 3, and it's money. Dude, you got Filipowski talking smack right now. Drummond, you got to lock in, bro. Getting tired of Drummond picking and choosing when he wants to play. Grimes gets trapped. VJ at the top. Edwards in the corner for 3. It's short. Thank you all for dropping the spot in the chat. Makes it fun and everything. The Sixers just got another foul and an and one. Filipowski is playing like Michael Jordan right now. Edgecombe just got elbowed in the nose. He's down. Yeah, let's just have another injury, man. I mean, come on, bro. VJ, he got elbowed in the eye. He can't even see. VJ can't even open his eye right now. Filipowski literally threw his hand at VJ's face at the end of it. Are you serious, bro? What an egregious act by Kyle Filipowski. Absolutely no reason to throw your arm like that. Why don't we just injure the rest of the team and just call it a season, bro? I'm so done, man. Three ball missed by the Sixers. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm going to speak to y'all RB to the chat, you know? RB to the fam, bro. This is getting hard, guys. I did it all of last season. I sat through it. I was depressed watching these games, but still having fun with you guys. We're doing it again now, man. Are we serious, bro? VJ now going to the locker room after getting hit in the eye. Filipowski with an egregious arm flail. Barlow is out for the rest of the game with an ankle sprain. I don't know how much longer I can keep enduring this, bro. This is like it's like, it feels like a curse, man. It feels like a curse. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is getting hard, guys. The Sixers are now playing without their entire starting lineup. I just want y'all to realize that. And Kyle Filipowski, you're a loser, bro. I'm sorry. There's no reason to flail your arm like that. And they didn't even review it. They didn't even review it, bro. They gave him free throws or a free throw. He literally went up for a layup and at the end of it just threw his arm at VJ's face. Jazz are on a 9-0 run. They lead by 4. Sixers might actually lose this game now. Cameron Payne sidestep finds Terry out to Grimes, and they turn it over. Maybe the Sixers can get payback by screwing up the Jazz tanking job and actually letting them win. Dead Stu says, I don't know how you did this all last season. I don't know either, man, but I did. I grinded it out, but now I'm just getting frustrated, man. This is getting, like, out of hand, bro. Here's the dribble and the drive. Cody Williams lost the ball. Grimes all the way, lays it up and in. 2-point game. 30 seconds to go. Williams, the easy layup. Jazz up by 4. Yeah, he might. I mean, I don't want to speculate, man, but VJ looked a little dazed after that play. 20 seconds to go here in the second. I hope VJ comes back in the third quarter. Grimes had it poked away. Jazz pick it up on the fast break, 2-on-1, and Williams is fouled. $320 people in the chat. Get us to 200 likes, man. We need 14 more. This is hard, guys. I mean, this is frustrating, bro. At, like, to the max extent. So Dominic Barlow has a sprained ankle. VJ got hit in the eye and is in the locker room. This is insane, bro. Whole starting lineup is injured. And it's honestly, man, it's like freak injuries at this point. Jazz have 70 points right now. Edwards a 3, airballs it. The Jazz finished the first half with 70 points. You guys know I always try to make like light of the situation and, you know, I still have fun doing this, right? And talking to all of you and breaking these games down. But man, like, you can't get any more psycho than this, bro. This is a West Coast game. You're playing the tanking Jazz. You have 2 starters remaining on your team that are not injured or suspended. And VJ takes an egregious arm to the eye, and Barlow has a sprained ankle and is out for the game. I mean, this, like, how are we supposed to deal with this, bro? How are we supposed to deal with this, man? This is like painful, man. And it's like, listen, you know, like I go back to last season, right? And like I'm streaming all these playoff games and, you know, we're pulling 100K a stream. And again, I don't give a damn about the numbers like that. I mean, I do, obviously, but like, I just like the energy, bro. Like, I like watching teams that are fun. And the Sixers for a month and a half were fun. And now it's like, bro, this is ridiculous, bro. People are tapping out in the chat. I mean, y'all are still holding it down, but like, I can't even expect you guys to be interested at all in this team. Thaddeus says, don't turn negative. Don't start this. I don't even want to say it. Don't start being a numbnuts in the chat, bro. Please. Not tonight, bro. I'm already going through it with this team. Don't start doing this in a chat. Oh, don't be negative. Shut the hell up, bro. Honestly, bro. Stop telling me to not be negative. All this team is negative, bro. All this team is everybody's hurt. I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to tell you exactly what's happening and how I feel. You don't have to agree with me, but that's how I feel. That's how I feel, bro. All I do is keep it real. It's how we've built up these platforms. And people respect the honesty. You think I want to be up here streaming this game with everybody injured? You think I want to be up here with VJ and Barlow now getting injured? Come on, man. This is not fun. All right, guys, I got off track. Give me one word in the chat. Give me one word in the chat to describe this game. I was going to do a little halftime analysis, but I'm not even going to do it. My energy has plummeted after this first half. My energy has fallen all the way down after this first half, bro. I mean, you can't even get worse, man. What did the 76ers do? What did they do to somebody, bro? And they're getting cooked by Kennedy Chandler, who was on their G League team until yesterday. My one word of the night is cursed. It's the only word that comes to my mind. The 76ers are paying for somebody's sins, bro. Somebody did something that is associated with the Sixers, or, there's just like an extraterrestrial thing going on that is just controlling everything, and they have a big fat curse on the Sixers. I don't know what the Sixers did or why they're in this position. And, you can sit here and tell me, oh, well, they did the process. I don't give a damn, bro. The Thunder tanked for 2.5 years. They have 57 first-round picks and a championship team. And I can go down the list. There's 12 teams in the league tanking right now. I don't want to hear it. Somebody has cursed the 76ers organization. Something is happening. Guys, I'm trying not to fall into the deep rabbit hole, but it's really getting hard watching this when everybody is hurt. Behooved, great word in the chat. Repugnant, terrible. Voodoo, great word. Torpid, Don Boyle bringing out the frickin' dictionary. I love it. Uninspiring. Dead Stu says, third quarter coming up, we got this. Maybe they'll survive the third, man. Maybe they will survive the third. Scum says treachery. Every negative word of the book. Busy says Shaman, the Sixers need one. Beer Battered says the polls have shifted. Terrible second quarter and comeback in the third. Sixers gave up 36 in the second. You're not lying. I did say that in the pregame show. The Sixers got outscored 36-26 in the second quarter. So maybe their new bad quarter, instead of the third, they're like, hey, we're just going to get it out of the way in the second quarter from now on. And then we're going to come back in the third. You guys think I want to sit up here and be negative, bro? I don't. I don't want to be negative, man. I'm depressed with this basketball team. Listen, man, that's all I really got. I don't feel like giving any analysis on this game. We'll look at the stats real quick. Sixers 3 of 14 from 3. 21%. They're out rebounding the Jazz, though, which is good, by 10. 10 turnovers for the Sixers compared to 2 for Utah. 36 points in the paint compared to 24. So the Sixers are winning the battle inside and on the fast break, and the Jazz are just shooting better, even though they're not shooting good. But the Jazz are winning 70-64, which is concerning. I don't know if the Sixers can win this game. The big updates are Barlow and VJ. I'm hoping that VJ comes back. Hoping VJ comes back in the third quarter. Barlow's out for the game with a sprained ankle. That's where we're at. Thank you for coming to the halftime show. We are one like away from 200. Can we get 200? David says Grimes has awful turnovers at horrible times. Grimes is not playing well in this game. What does he have? 8 points, 12 points, 4 of 7, but 3 turnovers. BJ 12, Edwards 8. Then you look at the Jazz. You got Chandler off the bench with 13, Ace with 13, Cody with 12, Filipowski with 12, Cameron Payne with 11 off the bench for Philly, but hasn't been really used much at all. Edwards sat for like 10 minutes in a row. Lawrence's Chandler on the G League team was better at point guard. He was nice this season in the Blue Coats, and here he is cooking. Hasn't been in the league in 2.5 years. All right, guys, I need a reset. I will be back. We will hit the yes sirs when we come back. Sixers trail the Jazz 70-64. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Right here on the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Hopefully we'll have a VJ update in a couple minutes. Be right back. right, we are back on the Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University. We are powered by the Prize Picks app. Ladies and gentlemen, we're awaiting a VJ update. VJ went down in the second quarter. Barlow is out for the rest of the game. All right, here we are to start the third. VJ is back in the game, which is good to see. So VJ is okay. Barlow is out for the rest of the game. VJ is back in. So that's where we're at. VJ got hit in the face, went to the locker room. Here we go. Sixers down by 6. Can they beat the tanking Utah Jazz? They were in a similar situation 17 days ago. Jazz lost it at the end of the game, but we'll see what happens as the Sixers turn it over here on the first possession. Ace Bailey bringing it up the floor. Going to find Harkless. Elijah Harkless, Ace Bailey, now Filipowski. Filipowski having a pretty good night so far. Harkless crossover drive downhill, goes all the way, lays it up and in at the rim. And the Jazz are cooking right where they left off. Bonus slams it on the other end. Did they pick up a foul at the end? All right, so it is an and one. Bona's going to knock it down. Yes, sir. Drop the ones in the chat. We are going to drop the yes, sir, soon. We did hit 200 likes. Get us to 300 now. Filipowski tried to throw it down on Bona. He was stuffed at the rim. Here come the 76ers. Grimes going to pop a 3, and it's money. Big shot, Quentin Grimes. Needed that one. He's up to 15 on the evening. Here's Filipowski. Going to find Elijah Harkless. Now Ace Bailey. Bailey has been pretty much the primary ball handler for the Jazz as of late, with everybody out due to tanking. Filipowski to Ace. Ace going to step into a 3. Just missed it. Here come the 76ers. Grimes around the screen. Grimes working, dribbling, floats it up right into traffic, and it's thrown away. Now Grimes gets it back at half court. Edwards Bona to Edwards. He steps into a 3, and that one's a clunker. Dude, the Sixers are like, I don't even think they're even in the right mindset right now, honestly. Like, what are we doing, yo? And now Edwards is going to foul Harkless on the perimeter. Oh my gosh, bro. All right, guys, drop the yes sirs in the chat. Let's go. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Let's get some energy rocking and rolling in here. Here's the inbound to Filipowski with the left hand. Gives it off. Here's Williams back to Kyle Filipowski. Pops out for 3. Couldn't get it to go as he fell into the Sixers bench. Here come the Sixers. VJ, Edwards, crossover, drive, goes up and blocked by Ace Bailey. 3-on-1 down the other end. Ace Bailey with a ferocious tomahawk. Bailey throws it down with force. It is 74-70. The entire Jazz bench erupts. Sixers are getting bullied by him. Watford floats it up, and he's fouled. Yes, sir. Drop the ones, drop the yes, sirs. Run it back, baby. Yes, sir. Wake them up. It's the best yes, sir, you're getting from me right now, man. I need y'all to bring the energy in the chat, man. By the way, Ace Bailey hits the free throw, and he also has 4 blocks on the night, which is his highest mark of the season. He's done it in 21 minutes. Sixers steal it back. Edwards to Grimes. Grimes lays it in through traffic. Sixers retake the lead 75-74. That's where we're at, man. Here's Filipowski against Bona on the high post. Dribbling in, turns, spins, goes up. Hit it off the side of the backboard. What an ugly shot that was. Jazz have it on the other end off the Sixers miss. Here are the Jazz, 3-on-3 now. Here's Mbeng. Bez Mbeng. Here's the drive and the kick. 3-ball. Filipowski, no good. Jazz coach probably saw Kennedy Chandler cook, and he said, yeah, I'm not playing you in the second half. Bona just completely shoved Filipowski. No whistles called. Bona under the rim. And they couldn't even finish the layup. Jazz get it back. Here's Ace Bailey in the corner. Guarded by VJ. Now up top to Williams. Cody Williams to Elijah Harkless. Harkless going to dribble, drive, and he's fouled by Edwards. Getting a little chippy out here, man. So that is where we are at, ladies and gentlemen. 7:56 to go in the third. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's go. Shout out to the chat. Let's get some shout outs in here. We got Go Birds in the chat. Mr. Scum. We got Marsha. Season in Trouble. Busy. Who else? We got Dom in the chat. Beer Battered in the chat. Marsha in the chat. Let's go. Appreciate the diehards in here. Another 3. Missed by the Jazz. They get their own board. Conchar to Bailey. Bailey to the corner. Harkless the pump fake. Finds Ace again. Ace Bailey working against Justin Edwards. He dribbles. He spins. Steps back. Finds Filipowski the mid-range. No good. Sixers pick it up. I'm surprised our boy B Pump's not in the chat, man. Long time no see for B Pump. Here's Watford downhill. Turns, spins, floats one up, and got it to go. Sixers up by 3. Well, screw that original prediction I had. Looks like it's going to be a cardiac game. Unless the Jazz put in the official tanking call at the end of the third quarter. Here's Filipowski. Wow. Nice stop and start by Mbeng. Bez Mbeng with 9 points, 5 dimes, and 3 boards. Edwards thinks 3, now drives in the lane. Edwards, Bona, under the rim, goes up, and he's grabbed by Filipowski, and it's a foul. I feel a little bit better now that VJ's okay. I was getting down on myself at halftime. And look, I didn't mean to spaz out on anybody, but when you're going to come into the chat, for someone like me who streams every game, breaks them down in real time, and you're going to tell me don't be negative. See, it's easy for someone like you to just exit out and not watch the next 10 games. That's not easy for us to do, the diehards. So don't tell me to not be negative. I'm just giving my truth and how I see it. I'm breaking it down. That's what we do. But with that being said, this is a very tough game to watch. Very tough game to watch. Anyway, man, welcome in Sixers Game Day Live. We do it every single game, pregame, live game, and post-game coverage, all combined into one stream. Shout out to the channel members. If you want to become a member, hit that link pinned in the chat. Get your name highlighted, your comments read out, priority, and all of the exclusive perks. Mods, y'all are holding it down. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can get the 300 likes, man. We've been doing it every stream. You guys have been killing it. Tonight's a tough one, you know, but I'm glad this is the last West Coast game. That's what we're doing, man. Also, we drop at least, a couple videos throughout the week, pre-recorded 10 to 15-minute episodes. We drop shorts. And like I said, we drop content on all social media. So definitely check us out everywhere. Lawrence says, you do your thing, man. You're doing a great job. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Josh says, watching a Sixers game is like dying. I'm here every game, and it is what it is. It's a lot of negativity. Just own it. I don't know what that means, bro. You guys sit here and you whine and act like I'm being negative. I'm reacting to what the team is doing. Do you understand that, Thaddeus? Do you get that? I am reacting and calling what is happening in the game. That is what is happening. If the team is sucking and everybody gets injured, then yeah, I'm going to be negative by saying that the team sucks and that everybody's getting injured. Do you get how that works? Do you want us to be happy? Like, that's my honest question. Are we supposed to clap and cheer that the team is in a bad situation right now? Like, it's just, I don't get it. I understand, like, I'm not trying to sit here and just be negative every game. But honestly, bro, what are we supposed to be happy about? Thaddeus says, yeah, just own it. Own what? Own what? I'm reacting to the team, bro. Let me ask you, Thaddeus, are you watching on your couch right now with pom-poms on? Are you cheering them on as they're barely in the lead against the Utah Jazz? If so, congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Y'all are psychos, bro. I mean, I know we're psychos, but like, woo. Fatty says, I'm always cheering. So that explains it, man. So you're a fanboy. Own it, bro. Like you said, own it. You're a fanboy. This is where people come for analysis. This is not fanboy central. This is analysis and reactions. Bailey for 3. Short. When the team's doing well, we celebrate and say they're doing well. When they're not doing well, we say they're not doing well. That's what analysis is. Grimes from the corner, left it short. Edgecombe the rebound. Bona under the rim, slams it down, and he was fouled. Yeah. Drop the ones in the chat. Busy says it's okay not to be positive when things aren't positive. No, I get that. It's just he's a fanboy. That's what it is. Now we've come to an understanding, an agreement. Bona going to miss the free throw anyway. Sixers lead it by 4. Mbeng, the backdoor cut by Conchar, and he lays in an open layup. Here's Quentin Grimes. Trendon Watford in the game with VJ, Bona, and Payne. Grimes to a cutting Watford out the campaign in the corner for 3. It's short. 5:50 to go here in the third. Corner 3 from Ace Bailey wide open, and Watford was sleeping. Jazz take the lead. Woohoo! That's what you guys want, right? Let me see if I can find my pom-poms. Don't worry, guys. You got it. You got it, guys. As you're losing to the Utah Jazz. Cameron Payne downhill, misses the floater. Here come the Jazz. Ace Bailey up the floor, pulls up mid-range. Bang! Woo! We're supposed to cheer, right, guys? I crack myself up, man. I'm just having fun at this point. There's nothing else I could do. VJ misses the layup. Bona puts it in. Dom says Ace is trying so hard to cook us. Of course he is. Of course. Mbeng to Conchar. Conchar lays up reverse, makes it. Utah's a lot better than their record, bro. Watford fouled and won. Guys, All right, this is where I stopped reading the chat for a while, bro.
Yes, sir.
Did I just read a comment that said Utah is a lot better than their record? I don't know if you guys are trolling me or not. If you guys are trolling me, then I get it, bro. Just say you're trolling me. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm not gonna lie, y'all do bring humor to me, bro. Like, I'm glad I get to watch these games with you guys, man. It would not be as entertaining as Harkless lays in a wide open layup. Cameron Payne up the floor. Here's Jabari Walker driving, and he travels out of bounds. $400 people in the chat. Let's go, man. Dang, that was almost a twisted ankle right there, man. Apparently, we just missed a really good March Madness game, too. I think it was Nebraska, right? Yeah, Nebraska. Floater from Chandler, missed it. Sixers up the floor. Watford all the way. And it was smacked out of bounds by Ace. High Point is up by 1 with 9:40 to go against Arkansas. Wow. High Point giving them a run for their money. Nebraska 74-72. They won it. Wow. Definitely going to have to see what happened on that game later. Drummond slams it down and hangs on the rim. Jazz wanted a technical foul. Game is tied at 87. Ace Bailey now has 5 blocks, by the way. Ace dribbling downhill into the lane, goes up, and he is fouled. Ace going to knock down the first at the line. All right, let's see what happened in this game here. Oh, man. The guy from Vanderbilt shot a half-court shot at the end, and it went in and out. It just missed. Hit the backboard, went in, and popped out. He almost had a half-court game winner. That would have been the shot of the century. Even better than the Kentucky one yesterday. Wow. Nebraska just holds on. You guys didn't see that play that I just said, definitely go look at the final play. All right, guys, we got 400 people in here. Get us to 400 likes. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up, man. I can't believe that shot that I just watched, bro. That would have been nuts if he had hit that. It's all right, guys. At least we're in a cardiac nail biter. This is like our version of March Madness. This is our March Madness right here. It's actually a very important game for the Sixers to win as well. Orlando and Miami lost. Atlanta won. Sixers can be the 7 seed if they win. VJ going to knock down the free throw. It's 89-88. 1 of 2 at the line. .307 to go here in the third. Chandler going to find Conchar for 3. It's off the back rim. VJ comes away with it. 3 to go in the third. Up to Payne. Payne, Drummond. Drummond out to VJ. VJ pops up for three. Short again. Walker, the offensive rebound, misses the layup, gets it back, and finally puts it in. .240 to go here in the third. Chandler going to find Ace. Ace guarded by Cameron Payne. Chandler at the top. He's scoreless so far in the second. Mbeng kicks it to Conchar. Bailey a three, and it's money. So the Sixers are getting carved up by Ace Bailey. Cameron Payne going to launch a deep three. It's way off the mark. Jazz lead it by 2. Harkless out to Bailey. Bailey in the corner. Short again. This time it's Mbeng the rebound. Chandler going to pop a three. Misses it. VJ the rebound. Lost it out of bounds. Back to the Utah Jazz. Man, that would have been a crazy shot. Love March Madness, man. 470 in the house, man. Hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for being here. Nothing is personal. I love all of you, even with your delusional takes sometimes. But listen, man, we do this. We try to bring the passion every game. Not going to lie, this is a tough one to bring the passion, but we're doing our best. And we have a cardiac game going on with the Sixers and Jazz. If you do like this content and this style, we do these streams every single game. We will be streaming a lot of different teams and games for the playoffs coming up. So make sure you hit that sub button and become a part of the family. Make sure you turn on noties as well. Hit that little bell. That way you don't miss any of the content. And get us the 300 thumbs up, man. Let's go. Let's go. Drop some fires in the chat, man. Right now, Ace Bailey is on fire in the third quarter. He has been leading the Utah Jazz. He had 33 last game, starting to come into his own. Like I said, I was a fan of VJ and Ace. I knew Ace's scoring potential. I mean, we're starting to see it now that he's getting to play more. 12 points here in the third quarter. 4 of 7 from the field in this quarter alone. Sixers are shooting 4 of 20 from 3 as a team right now. Jazz aren't that much better, 9 of 32. But this is actually a very big game that the Sixers need, man. And you know what's crazy, guys? Like, you know, we were just talking about March Madness, right? The Magic lost on a buzzer beater. The Heat lost on a buzzer beater. Or like, you know, a shot at with like 0.6 of a second. March Madness has been crazy. So what if this game comes down to a buzzer beater? Honestly, man, I don't know. If this game comes down to a buzzer beater, man, it's going to either really destroy us, or we're going to be like, whoo, thankfully we escaped. That's how I'm feeling right now. That's how I'm feeling right now. Ace Bailey out to John Conchar. Conchar. Here's Kennedy Chandler. Turns, spins. Conchar, the floater, misses it from about 4 feet. 1.5 to play here in the third quarter. Sixers are in the bonus. Jazz with the ball. Bez Mbeng is in the game. I wonder who would hit a buzzer beater in this game. feel like for the Sixers, it would either be VJ or Edwards. And I think for the Jazz, it would be Ace or Chandler. VJ a step back two. Can't get it to go. Drummond the rebound. Walker under the rim goes up and lays it in. Here's Elijah Harkless going to find Ace Bailey. Ace finds a cutter. Mbeng to Harkless goes up, lays it with the English and missed it. We are tied at 92. 1 to play here in the third. Here is Marjan Beauchamp going to find Cameron Payne. 50 seconds to go. Cameron Payne working with the right hand. Picks it up. 4 on the shot clock. Nowhere to go. Payne kicks it. VJ wide open for 3. Cha-ching. Big shot, VJ. Needed it. Needed it. Three-point lead for the 76ers. Here is Kennedy Chandler coming around the screen. Finds Conchar, now Chandler, now Ace. Guarded by Cameron Payne. Ace. There's Chandler. Chandler to the corner. The dribble drive from Mbeng goes up. Circus shot and gets it to go. We are tied, or 1 point game. 20 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Here's Cameron Payne, one-on-one. He's got Mbeng guarding him. Drummond sets a screen. VJ on the wing now. 10 seconds to play. Shot clock unplugged here in Utah. 5, 4, 3. VJ turns and spins. Campaign wide open for 3. And they called an offensive foul on the 76ers. Three seconds to go. Here's Ace Bailey. Pulls up in traffic. Just missed it at the end of the third quarter. So it is a 1 point 76ers lead as we head to the fourth quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Let me know in the chat right now. Who is going to win this game? Will the Sixers be able to hold on and win the fourth quarter? I feel like they usually do, but we'll see. You know, I don't know what to expect anymore. Maybe the Jazz will put in the tanking call, be like, all right, let's just completely bottom out like they did a couple weeks ago, and the Sixers will win. Give me your thoughts in the chat right now. Before we get into this cardiac fourth quarter, got to give one more shout out to our great partners of the show over at National University. They make it possible for us and you, literally and you. Shout out to National University. Nearly 70% of college students today are working while in school. Most do not press pause on their life to learn. We are multitaskers nowadays, and more than 1 in 3 college students have actually paused their degree, citing emotional stress or mental health challenges with trying to balance their workload. Well, National University gets that. That's why they offer all the academic resources you need and all the additional resources as well to complement your academic career, from free virtual mental health counseling, their peer navigator network, and everything else you need to survive the college life. But you can go to school from the comfort of your own home. They have the most comprehensive degree program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students. 4 and 8 week online classes designed to help you balance work life and school. Last year, National University awarded $50 million in scholarships. They're invested in your education and seeing you thrive. Check out their new Year of You scholarship. Get up to $6,000 per year on a bachelor's or master's degree. Check out all of their flexible online curriculum offerings over at nationaluniversity.com. Just click the link down in the description or the live chat and get more info today. Shout out to National University, a proud partner of Philly Take with RB for the last 2 years. Well, let's see if the Sixers learned anything, no pun intended. And let's see if they can win this game. Can they win this game? Will the Jazz? I don't even know if the Jazz can pull off the tankathon so bad. I mean, they only have 8 guys playing. Any guy that keeps playing well, they keep sitting them. Maybe they'll say that Ace Bailey has a hamstring pull or something and sit him out. Maybe the Jazz will call all stops and aces 25. Maybe they'll say is a pulled hamstring. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. Harkless to the rim in traffic. Nice defense by Drummond, and then Walker was thrown to the floor by Harkless. That's going to be a foul on the Utah Jazz. In case you're a real dedicated psycho, we will be doing a very short, condensed postgame after this show. If you won't be here, definitely listen back on podcast platforms. I like how they didn't even review that call either. That should have also been a flagrant. BJ had it poked away, and then there was a late foul. Shout out to the members in the chat. Shout out to the mods, everybody in here. Thank you so much for being here, man. Let's go. 440 in the house. Get us to 300 likes. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Here is Cameron Payne. Payne going to find Beauchamp. Beauchamp a 3. Can't get it. Drummond gets the board, though. I like how Nurse has not been playing Bona late in these games anymore because Drummond is a much better rebounder, and he is what the Sixers need on the glass. Drummond with a monster block at the rim. Let's go, Drum God. Let's go. Nice defense by Andre Drummond. Here's Shibwe in for the Utah Jazz. Cody Williams, Elijah Harkless, Kennedy Chandler, Oscar Shibwe. And now the Sixers steal it away. Walker up to Beauchamp. Beauchamp lays it in with the left. Sixers lead it by 3. Game 71 of the 82 schedule. Third game of a 3-game week. 3-ball missed by Utah. See, this is where the Jazz start chucking up anything they want, man. Sixers are 1-1 on the week, trying to finish it 2-1. Trying to be in sole possession of the 7 seed. VJ, Euro. Ooh, nice move, but he couldn't finish it on the tail end. And the Jazz come away with it. That would have been nice. Harkless goes all the way and lays it in as he tumbles into the cameraman. Sixers now going to push it up the floor. VJ all the way, and a nice gather and a lay through traffic for VJ on the break. Good way of spotting that it was a transition opportunity by Cameron Payne. Now the Sixers leave a wide open 3. Luckily, Williams can't make him pay, but the Jazz get it back. Here's a second opportunity, and the Jazz brick 2 consecutive wide open 3s. I've seen enough, ladies and gentlemen. The Jazz are tanking. We already knew that, but they have called in the tank because they just missed 2 wide open 3s. 2 wide open 3s. 3-ball from Payne, no good. Jazz have it again. Sixers are trying to keep them in it, though. Shibwe all the way to the rim, goes up and lays it in. Cameron Payne was looking for the foul. They didn't get it. If the Jazz end up taking the lead here, they're going to tell them, like, yo, pipe down, guys. Relax. You know, shoot that 3 from 45 feet. Cameron Payne going to find Marjon Beauchamp. Beauchamp, 1-on-1 now, finds Payne. Payne going to launch it from deep and got it to go.
He's on fire.
Payne. Woo. Yeah, Cam. Yeah, Cam. Here's Cody Williams, finds Oscar Shibwe. The cutting Williams goes up, and he's fouled by a Walker. $5 super chat from Alan in the chat. What's up, Alan? Somehow we got 520 in the building tonight. If you are in here watching this game with us, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I call these games live all the time. Give you pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Where we at? We need 40 more. We're almost there. Let's go. Every 100, we wake up our damn neighbors. Let's piss them off real quick. First free throw is missed. The Jazz are tanking, bro. They are openly tanking. We got teams nasty tanking in games, bro. Midway in games, they're like, yeah, stop making shots. Williams goes 1 of 2 at the line. 102-99 is the score. DJ Edgecombe with the rock. The 20-year-old rook getting a lot of opportunity. Here's Drummond. Kicks it out. Oppo corner. Cameron Payne going to step back for three. No good. Drummond gets the offensive rebound again. Beauchamp lays it up and in. Dude, Drummond's a monster, man. By the way, VJ with 10 boards, bro. Here's the dribble drive, pull up. Cody Williams gets it to go. Edgecombe to Beauchamp. Beauchamp corner three, too much on it. This is like the beginning of the season. If you guys were here for the first half, as Shibwe slams down a breakaway, Drummond couldn't catch up to it. It's a 1-point game. If you guys were here from the beginning of the season, I'd say for the first 60 games of the year, like maybe 54 of them were cardiac down to the wire. It was crazy the amount of blood pressure raising that they did. I feel like we're back there, man. I feel like this is where we're at. 530 in the chat. Get the likes up to 300. Hit that sub button. We do this every game. How are we feeling, chat? We got a cardiac Sixers and Jazz game. It has been the VJ Grimes show, even though they have not played that well. What will the 76ers do? Will they win it? Cameron Payne, by the way, up to 14 off the bench. Watford somehow has 16, 6, and 2. Cameron Payne with 7 dimes off the bench. Yeah, VJ's been a very impressive rebounder as of late. He's been a very good rebounder. See what's going on in this March Madness game. We're missing a couple classics right now. High Point in Arkansas, 3-point game still. A couple minutes to go. Down to the wire. Down to the wire. I definitely want to watch that that Nebraska game and the Arkansas game. Why do we always have close games with bum teams? Well, the fact of the matter is right now, based on the roster, we're kind of in the same boat. Busy Bee says he acts like cement is in his shoes. That's a fact. That is a fact. Let's go, chat. 560 in the house. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are amazing. The fact that we can have almost 600 people in here just shows me the power of this community and what we're able to do and, you know, just how amazing you guys are, man. A lot of good games so far in the March Madness. All right, Sixers, time to go on a run and win the game now. 7:30 to go. Cameron Payne with the rock. Bona is back in for Drummond. Cam Payne drives the lane, puts it up with the left, and gets it to fall. Cameron Payne's getting more comfortable by the game, if I'm being honest. Kennedy Chandler's in for Utah. I'm telling you, Ace hasn't even come back in yet. The Jazz are openly tanking this game away. Here's the dribble drive from Harkless, goes up, and he was fouled in the lane, so Harkless will head to the stripe for 2. If the Jazz do not put Ace back in this game, I mean, the NBA is like, they got to investigate, bro. I mean, we know they're not trying to win the game, but like, First one good for Harkless. 106-104. Is Harkless a second round pick or a first round pick? Second one is good. Elijah Harkless. Second season undrafted, actually. Here's Cameron Payne going to dribble drive. The lane floats up anything and not even close. Not good. Here are the Jazz all the way downhill. Fouled and one. And one for John Conchar. The Jazz are going to have to openly tank and call in the tank, bro. They don't even have Ace Bailey in the game right now. Ace is not even in the game right now. This is crazy. They're making a comeback without Ace on the floor. If they don't be careful right here, they're going to win the game. They're going to mess around and win this game. Justin Edwards is going to come in. Payne goes to the bench. Conchar hits the free throw. 108-106. Jazz lead it. We are in the same exact situation as a couple weeks ago. Watford is in. He almost got plucked from behind. He threw it out to the perimeter. Edwards with the ball. Here's Quentin Grimes with the left. Crossover to the right. Drives, goes into contact, floats it up. Grimes can't get it to fall. Jazz come away with it. Here is Cody Williams. Cody Williams going to find Harkless, dribbled it off his foot. Sixers come away with it. Grimes gives it back. Ball's on the ground. Sixers run to it. They pick it up. Edwards to Grimes. Grimes downhill. Edwards in the corner. Another busted play. They can't even do a fast break. Here's Bona in the paint. Bona driving, puts an elbow into him, lays it up and in. Surprised he didn't call that a foul. Jazz wanted an offensive foul. Probably had merit for one. $2 super chat. Philly for life says, bro, I don't think Ace is coming back in, RB. I don't think he is either. Damn, that should have been an offensive foul, too. All right, guys, we need 20 more likes, man. Get us to 300. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up. In a cardiac finish coming up. Down to the wire, bro. Here is Cody Williams, one-on-one against Bona. Drives the lane, forgot the ball. It's out of bounds. Going the other way. Sixers get it back. Here is Trendon Watford handling the rock. I don't know why Watford has it, but he does. VJ, Watford, Grimes, Edwards, and Bona. Here's VJ Edgecombe. The jab step, the drive, poked away by Utah. They have it. Here they come on the break. Harkless all the way, shoves a guy out of the way, and finally they get an offensive foul. I mean, again, the refs have been allowing these egregious fouls all game long, and they finally call somebody on the offensive. Even though I would say if they called that, they probably should have called the one on the other end on Adem Bona. Refs have been very inconsistent tonight. We got guys shoving each other right now. It's getting chippy out here. Ace not even coming back in, bro. He's on the bench. Grimes coming around his screen. Grimes drives, pull up, mid-range, bang. Sixers take the lead, 110-108. 4:37 to go here in the fourth quarter. Here is Cody Williams. Guarded by Trendon Watford. Crossover. Runs into his own man. Williams, one-on-one, beats Watford and fouled again. This game's hilarious, man. You got people in the chat telling me to be positive when the Sixers are in a all-on battle with the Utah Jazz. Williams puts up a jumper, misses. That should have been a travel. It wasn't, though. Sixers get it back. They're running the break. Watford all the way, and he's fouled on the other end. Watford going to the line for 2 now. This is just classic hoops, I guess. Timeout on the floor, 4:15 to play in a cardiac game. 110 to 108. Sixers lead it. All right, I'm going to drop the link tree in the chat one more time. You guys can click this link tree. Follow us everywhere. We do this every game. Pregame, live game, and postgame all combined into one show. Sixers Game Day Live. Brought to you by our friends at National University. Thank you for being here. The fact that we got 600 psychos on a Saturday night. Appreciate y'all. Sixers trying to end off the week with a W. Don't think I can say the same for the Utah Jazz, but that's where we're at. Told you guys at the beginning of the fourth quarter, man. We had a Magic Lakers buzzer beater tonight. We had a Heat Rockets buzzer beater. This one might just end in a buzzer beater. Who knows? We'll see. But the Utah Jazz might just put in the tank anyway. Let's go, man. Shout out to the members. Drop some fires in the chat. We need 5 more likes to wake up the neighbors. Let's piss them off. Rob says they had to take Ace and Kennedy Chandler out to save the tank. This is brutal. It's crazy. My man Ace had 12 in the third quarter. They said, nope. Well, let's see if they put him back in now. Let's see if he actually plays now. If not, then they're just like, yeah. Tom Boyle says, I got a verse for Nick Nurse. He is the worst. This team is cursed. Time to pack up your purse.
He's on fire!
Shout out Dom in the chat, man. I'm spitting some bars here on a Saturday night. For all my Sixer fans in the chat, Dominic Barlow got hurt in the first quarter with an ankle sprain. He's out for the game. BJ was out for a quarter, came back. Everybody else for every team is injured. Let's go. All right. 4:15 to play. Watford at the line for 2. The first one rolls around and falls.
Let's go.
600 in the chat, man. 615. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Second one at the line for Trendon Watford, who has now 18 and 7. 18 and 7 for Trendon Watford as he hits both free throws, and it is a 4-point lead. 4:07 to go. Edwards guarding. Now a perimeter. Corner 3. No good for Mbeg. Philly for life, $5 super chat. Watt didn't keep his head up, had VJ wide on the break. See a lot of selfish ball RB minus VJ and Edwards. Not going to win any games, let alone big ones like that. I agree 100%. Watford to Bona under the rim. Misses a layup. Missed it point blank. These guys get tunnel vision, man. You're right. Step back from Chandler. It's off the mark. Ace Bailey is finally back in the game now with 3:38 to go. Here are the Sixers. Grimes downhill, fades away, off the window. Got it to go. The banks are open for Quentin Grimes. Jazz have gone scoreless in the last 3.5 minutes. Conchar under the rim goes up against Bona, misses it, and somehow it got tapped in by Mbeng. 3:05 to go. It's a 4-point game. Watford, Grimes, the left-hand spin into the lane. Chucks one up and got the foul somehow. Oh, man. What a crazy, crazy game, bro. This is what we have been subjected to for the last 3 weeks watching this team. 300 likes in the chat. Drop the yes, sirs. We got to wake up the neighbors one more time. Let's go, chat. Yes, sir. Let's go. Wake them up. Piss off the neighbors, man. Grimes going to knock down a pair. It's a 6-point game. Can the Sixers hold on? Holding on for dear life. As my good friend Mark Zumoff would say, lock all windows and doors. We are coming in for a landing. Here's Ace, gets double teamed. Jazz up top. Chandler to Ace. Ace from the wing. Short. Jazz have gone completely silent. VJ up the floor, slams down the dunk. The Sixers are starting to run away with it here. 2:28 to go. This game feels very, very similar to the one a few weeks ago. Chandler downhill, lays up an easy layup. Finally breaks the run. Watford behind the back. Watford picks up the ball, finds Quentin Grimes. Grimes for three, misses it. Bona picks it up, and he lost it out of bounds. Going to stay with the Sixers. 1:58 to go. Dom's neighbor's going to learn tonight. Let's go, man. Let's go. Alan says, wake him up and play the song We Are Incoming Cardiac Style. Can't believe I got to play the song for a game like this. Bona just flushed it home. The Jazz didn't even try to go after Adem Bona. The Jazz have officially put in the call. They said, we are tanking. We are definitely going to lose this game. Just professional level tankers. Pretty much what we saw from the Sixers last season. Like, this is professional tanking at its finest. .148 to go here in the fourth quarter after the Jazz made a pair of free throws. Sixers trying to put the icing on the cake now. Grimes downhill, floats it up off the window again. Couple nice buckets by Q-Dot. Grimes now has 8 in the fourth. Jazz miss another shot, and yeah. That's probably going to do it. 1:20 to go. Jazz letting the shot clock run out. Here's Watford guarded by Ace Bailey. Watford going to drive downhill, turns, spins, and the lane goes up. And he was fouled. Jazz disconnected their controller. That's a fact, Busy. It really did. Shout out to all 600 plus in the chat, though. Appreciate y'all being here on a Saturday night in what has been a crazy game. Watford knocks down the first. We will be live back on Monday night as the Sixers come back home to take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. It's going to be a very interesting game on Monday night. Watford made both at the line. Big game for Watford off the bench. Chandler with another bucket. Just an impressive night for Kennedy Chandler with 19 points. Got to respect the tanking job by the Jazz, though. I mean, they put in a professional tank here in the fourth quarter. 50 seconds to go. Sixers lead by 8. VJ to Grimes. Grimes downhill, back to VJ. VJ puts up the mid-range and hits it. 126 to 116. Three ball from Utah, no good. Three ball again from Utah, no good. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The game is over. And the 76ers are going to be tied with the Hawks, but sit in the 7 seed alone. Tyrese Maxey is dancing on the bench. Cool. Thank you. Wonderful. Sixers win. 126 to 116. Sixers win. It was a very interesting game. It was a tankathon for the ages. But Utah bottoms out. Sixers get the W on the final stretch of the game. We'll talk about it. We'll break it down in the post-game show. Shout out to everybody in here. 600 rocking in the chat. I know. I see those W's flying in the comments. Let's go. Drop those W's. Because even if it is very, very ugly as it is, they got the W and they advanced to 39 and 32. So we got to play the song.
He's on fire!
Sixers win their second consecutive game against the tanking team. They advance to 39 and 32. They finish off the West Coast trip 2-1 here on the second and final West Coast trip of the season. Sixers have now won 6 out of their last 11. So they are 6-5 in their last 11 games. They squeaked by the Utah Jazz in part because of the Jazz and their tanking efforts, but we'll talk about that in a post-game show. We'll get into it all. We'll talk about a couple big fourth quarter performances. And yeah, Sixers will return home to play the OKC Thunder on Monday night. We'll see who actually suits up and plays. But thank you all for being a part of this great community. Whether you agree with my takes, disagree, we're here to break down the game, have fun. And somehow you guys keep me pushing through, man. And the Sixers kept us on edge all night. We'll talk about Grimes. We'll talk about VJ, Watford off the bench, Cameron Payne. Talk about the Jazz decision not to play ace for the first 9 minutes of the fourth quarter. And we'll talk about Kennedy Chandler, who went from Delaware Bluecoats standout to immediate bench piece for the Jazz tonight. But the 76ers advance to 39 and 32. They are now the 7 seed alone for the night. And they're trying to get back up into that playoff seeding. Got it done, got the win when they needed it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Post-game live show is coming up next right here on Philly Take with RB. You can stay on this same stream, take a quick break, leave your phone on, whatever, come back. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. We'll be ready to go. Got some things to say about this game, a few takes, the good and the bad. Hopefully we'll get a few more injury updates on Dominic Barlow and maybe some others, because the Sixers did take a hit tonight. But we'll come back with a condensed post-game show for tonight, as it is currently now the new day. It just passed midnight, and the grind never stops. So shout out to all of you, man. Thank you so much for being here. Post-game live coming up next with your boy RB. Be back in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in officially to 76ers Postgame live show. Like the absolute psychos that we are, it is past midnight, third game of a 3-game West Coast trip, and you are here in the live chat because you are so interested in what the 76ers are doing against the tanking Utah Jazz. First off, pat yourself on the back. I mean, the fact that we're still here at this point in the night, that there's hundreds and hundreds of people that are so concerned with this team. It's incredible. I mean, it just goes to show the community that we have and how special this community can be. And even on a night like tonight, where the 76ers bring it to a cardiac style, just like they did a few weeks ago against Utah, and things get very sticky and, you don't know if they're going to win, and then they pull off in the end. We'll talk about what happened and how it went down, because again, it was very similar to what we just saw a few weeks ago. But the fact that we are now through 71 games, there's so much uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen yet. It's just the chaos, the madness. So I'm happy to do this every single game, even as much as it pains us sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 76ers postgame live show right here on Philly Take with RB, presented by Prize Picks. Now, as we have done all week long, it will be a little bit of a condensed postgame show tonight. A lot going on, right? March Madness. And there was a couple other crazy games, and I want to talk about how this game, impacts the standings and impacts the 76ers. And I want to talk about a little bit of what I saw in that fourth quarter. But give me your thoughts in the chat. Like, I know I ask this pretty much every single game, but where are you at? Like, where's your gauge at with the 76ers? Are you completely done and out and you're tired of it? And you're tired of not watching this team with Joel Embiid now missing 12 games in a row with a right oblique strain? Are you just a fanboy cheerleader who's going to cheer them on no matter what? And you're excited watching Cameron Payne and Dominic Barlow and Quentin Grimes and Justin Edwards and VJ Edgecombe? Are you just in no man's land and you feel like here we are back again with the same exact problem and the same team? Where's your gauge at? How do you feel? Because the fact of the matter is, we are now 71 games in, and it is taking every bit of juice and every bit of effort to beat the tanking Utah Jazz. So how do we feel? Where are we at? I will give you my thoughts, and I will break down exactly what I saw tonight, and I'll give you a couple interesting nuggets here, and hopefully we'll get an update on Dominic Barlow. But give me your thoughts in the chat. And before I give you mine, we got to give a shout out to our great partners of the show who make it possible over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, download the Prize Picks app because the playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops are here, right? March Madness is already electric. Couple game winners going on. It's been nuts. And there's no better way to cash in if you're right on high flying hoops than with Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you are playing on Prize Picks. They have their brand new team picks markets. We already know about all the player picks, right? You play the game with inside the game, but now you can pick winners of games, spreads, totals, and all that and more on top of the player picks. So make sure you cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets of March Madness and the NBA playoffs coming up. Team Picks has made the watching experience so much fun, like I said earlier, because you can now root for your team and cash in. It's like a double whammy. If you make the right picks, your group chat will be blowing up about it. And Prize Picks is really changing the game, man. And I love the team picks because it's not only just the games. You can pick who's going to win the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, all the awards you can think of. You can pick who's going to win the league in total. It's so much fun. All the sports you love, basketball, baseball, college ball, football, soccer, base, all of it, man. Go check it out on Prize Picks. Team picks are available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. And if you come out tonight, and I said this in the pregame show, you're confident on the 76ers winning, which we should have been tonight, even though they gave us a semi-heart attack per usual, then download the Prize Picks app and check out their new team picks markets and go ahead and cash in when you put your money on the right team and make the right pick. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, that is code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup with PrizePicks. It is good to be right. Now, I got to be honest with you, man. I was not exactly right tonight because I came out in a pregame show and I said the 76ers, without all their damn starters, should still be able to whop this Utah Jazz team. Because you look at the Jazz team, and I find it so comical that there were people at one point in the chat that said, look, man, the Jazz are better than their record indicates. Listen, bro, I don't care who was down for the 76ers. I don't care that Barlow went down in the first quarter. The Jazz are playing without every single one of their players. The Jazz are playing 8 guys in their rotation. One of the guys is named Bez Mbeng. I didn't know who that was before tonight. One of the guys' names is Kennedy Chandler, and it may ring a bell because Kennedy Chandler, until yesterday, was on the Delaware Bluecoats, a.k.a. the 76ers affiliate. He was drafted back in 2022. He has not played NBA basketball in 2.5 years. And the Jazz pick him up off the street yesterday because they are in a crazy tanking marathon. And they decide to bring this dude, Kennedy Chandler, in the game, and he starts cooking. That is where we are at. They didn't play Blake Hinson. They didn't play Kevin Love, even though he's jumping off the bench with the game getting a little bit chippy, a couple calls here and there. They're not playing anybody. The Jazz are down every starter. They are purposely trying to lose the game. And they also showed that again in the fourth quarter, which we'll get to. But my point is, the 76ers should have been able to whop this team. They didn't, okay? And look. Sorry, I had to take a sip of water before I say this. I get it, right? We have to be realistic, and we have to look at the 76ers and realize this team is not that good right now. They are really bad. Their roster's not good. What I like about the Sixers right now is that the guys on the floor are at least giving effort. You can see that they're trying right now. This isn't a case of like, hey, they're just going out there and completely giving up in the second half. They're just not that good. So there's not a lot for me to add on that aspect, right? And I like the way they're moving the ball. I like how these guys are getting involved. Quentin Grimes had a big fourth quarter. But the fact of the matter is, we knew the Sixers would probably win this game. It was not perfect. It certainly was not pretty. And it feels like every 76ers game always finds a way to give us a pain point, right? Like the Sixers come out of the chute. They're doing their thing. They go on a couple runs. And then Dominic Barlow twists his ankle. And then VJ Edgecombe, after Barlow goes limping off to the locker room, gets hit in the eye. And it was an egregious flail of the arm by Filipowski. Don't know how they didn't review it. There was a lot of chippiness in this game. But I just come back to the fact that, hey, the Sixers got a good win that they needed. They're 6-5 in their last 11. And these guys, even though they're not that good, are holding the team afloat right now. But it just feels like somewhere, somehow, some way, there is a curse on the Sixers team. Because thankfully, VJ came back in the game. They needed every bit of effort from him. But now Barlow's out with an ankle sprain. So the Sixers will be without 4 of their 5 starters and 5 of their 6 best players for who knows how much longer. How can the Sixers continually do this over and over again, and they just literally cannot catch a break? It is frustrating. The good part is that they were able to survive this game somehow. And I will say, the Jazz not playing Ace Bailey for the first 9 minutes of the fourth quarter was certainly a very good tanking effort. I mean, we saw the same thing happen with these two teams matched up a couple weeks ago. The Jazz were in the lead late, and they decided to put on the official tank. They pulled their guys out. The Jazz literally did not try in that fourth quarter, but I don't blame them. But the fact that you have a guy named Kennedy Chandler, who was on the Blue Coats roster, that just got signed to the Jazz, that has not played ball in 2.5 years in the NBA, comes out and drops 19 points. I mean, it's just crazy. The level of, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, just the level of torture that we've been put through having to watch these types of games right now is insane. And the 76ers have done a good job staying afloat, but they need everybody back. I don't know how much longer they can keep surviving games like this. I mean, they could barely beat the purposely tanking Utah Jazz in this game. It took every bit of effort. It took 100% to win this game when it should have been over in the first quarter. That is my overall takeaway. I don't want to hear, oh, be positive. Don't be negative. I don't want to hear that. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I am. Now, again, shout out to VJ Edgecombe. What I really liked tonight, my favorite part about VJ Edgecombe tonight was he had 13 rebounds. He was a dog on the glass. He just continued to be assertive. He continued to not die down and not let down. He was not going to lose this game. You had Quentin Grimes with a huge fourth quarter, couple big back-to-back drives to the rim, easy buckets through traffic, and he just was not going to lose either. I liked the intensity. I liked Andre Drummond with 8 boards off the bench. How about Trendon Watford, who finally had a good game with 29 and 4 off the bench? He stepped up big when Barlow got hurt. They needed every bit of it because that is how bare this roster is right now. And it just sucks. It really does. It's so tiring watching this team. It is, man. It's so tiring. At the end of the first half, before we knew VJ was coming back, I was crashing out because I'm like, listen, man, if the Sixers are not going to have Barlow and VJ, you might as well just chalk it up because this team literally just cannot stay alive. And the crazy part is there's a bunch of freak injuries happening. I don't even know how Barlow got hurt. I just see him limping off to the locker room, but like, VJ Edgecombe gets elbowed at the end of a play where the guy shouldn't have even flailed his arm, and all of a sudden, VJ can't even see out of his eye. It's like, what did we do to deserve this, man? What did we do? I thought Nick Nurse did a good job tonight overall managing the lineups in the second half. The first half was questionable. We had Justin Edwards sit for like 10.5 minutes straight. When he was starting to get going, he had 8 points early, and then he didn't score for the rest of the game. We had a really good decision to leave Bona out for a lot of the second half. Now, he did bring him back into the fourth quarter when he was needed, but I thought Drummond's presence on the glass was huge. The Sixers were out rebounding the Utah Jazz in this game for most of it. Let's see what the final tally ended up as. And I know I'm bouncing all over, man, but that's just kind of how I feel with this team. Yeah, the Sixers ended up rebounding 56-39. They out-rebounded the Jazz by a lot. They did turn it over a lot, but, this is your typical game of runs. Both teams shot 22% from three. It was an ugly basketball game. The 76ers went 6 of 27 from three, but they went 46 of 92 from the field, which is crazy. The Sixers shot 50% from the field and 22 from three. The Jazz shot 41 from the field, 22 from three, excuse me. This felt like a very, weighed down game. There was a lot of fouls. It was, dragging along. It was a very long game. It was easy for the Sixers, man, to kind of get out of their, context a little bit, But I thought they stayed the course. I thought they waited for their opportunity and they pounced when they had to. But I also think part of it was the Utah Jazz putting on the official tank. Like I said, they did not play Chandler and Ace in the fourth. I mean, they played Chandler a little bit, but, they waited till there was 3.5 to go to bring in Ace. Then they are missing free throws. There was one possession where they missed back-to-back threes wide open. It feels like at this point, the Jazz coach told them, hey, we have to lose this game. Because the Jazz have a top 8 protected pick. Right now, they're 5th in the tankathon race. So they need to keep losing games. They cannot afford to win any. And I think the Sixers roster is so bare at this point that one little mistake or one hot stretch by Utah in the fourth, and they were going to win that game, just like a couple weeks ago. So other than that, man, I mean, again, how can we really grade this game? You're going up against guys that are playing a bunch of minutes that are not that good. I mean, I thought Ace Bailey was pretty good tonight. You know, he had 33 last game for Utah. He had 25 tonight. I thought Ace Bailey was really good off the dribble, off the catch. I thought the Sixers had a tough time stopping him. And I think we're starting to see that early development of Ace Bailey, you know, now that he's the number one guy for the time being in Utah with everybody out and tanking. Ace Bailey's starting to look pretty good. He had 5 blocks in this game, 25 points, 7 boards, 4 dimes. And I thought VJ, who was, you know, having a few moments there after the game with Ace, you know, was fine. 22, 13 boards and 4 dimes was the stat line for VJ. But again, they needed 25 from Grimes. They needed 20 off the bench from Watford. They needed 16 out of Campaign. Jabari Walker came in. I thought he was all right. You know, 8, 5, and 3. Beauchamp had 3 fouls in like 5 minutes. Wasn't a good game out of Beauchamp. But yeah, man. I thought the other thing too was the Sixers like matched the physicality of the Jazz. Jazz were really starting to get handsy, you know, and the refs were being very inconsistent. And in the fourth quarter, there was a play where Bona kind of gave a shove to Harkless. They should have called it an offensive foul. They did not. Jazz come back down the other way. Harkless gives an elbow to Bona, and then they finally call the offensive foul. There was a couple times where Bona and Drummond were hanging on the rim. It just got very chippy. Not the type of game I would expect from these teams. I mean, again, you look at Utah, everybody's out, injured, tanking, whatever. I thought that they would lay down and die, but they didn't. I'll give the Jazz credit as well. They were playing hard. They were moving the ball. They were trying to, keep things in rhythm. But the Sixers are bad. They're just a little bit better than the Jazz are right now. And I feel like this is good opportunity for VJ and Grimes and all these guys to just get acclimated and, you know, keep getting the reps. Grimes was not playing well for most of the game. The fourth quarter was really good for Grimes. Like I said, you know, they needed a go-to guy. It was Quentin Grimes. I think he had like 9 in the fourth quarter. Let's see. He had 8 in the fourth quarter. So they needed that from Quentin Grimes. He had 5 in the third and 8 in the fourth. So 13 second half points out of Quentin Grimes. Like I said, Bona was active on the glass, and the Sixers had a lot of offensive rebounds, a lot of putbacks. Not a good night for Justin Edwards at all. A little bit surprised about that. But I did say that VJ was going to be the guy tonight, and that's who I picked for my personal player of the game. But I don't even know if he gets it. I think I will give it to VJ, though. You know, if we pick player of the game here, I think I'm going to give it to VJ just because of the 13 rebounds. Like, VJ has actually been a very impressive rebounder as of late. And I really like the way that VJ has approached his game lately. I really do like the way that VJ is impacting the game in other ways. We know that, you know, he's done that before, right? But the fact that VJ Edgecombe will get his hands dirty, the fact that VJ Edgecombe is not only going to be a, you know, primary creator with everybody out, right? It kind of puts him in a tough box, a tough window. But the fact that he's willing to go up and grab 13 boards as a 6'3" guard, 6'4" guard, whatever, it says a lot. It says a lot about the type of game that he wants to play and is willing to play. And I really enjoyed that. Now, looking forward, the 76ers need to hope and pray that Dominic Barlow, and a lot of people, by the way, agreed with me in the chat in terms of VJ, and I like that. Like I said, VJ played great on both sides. Dominic Barlow, hopefully, is not going to miss a lot of time. An ankle sprain doesn't sound too positive to me. If they cannot get Dominic Barlow back soon, I mean, we are running thin on time here. There is now 11 games left in the season. Not to say that Barlow's been like out of this world or anything, but Dominic Barlow has been all right. So if Dominic Barlow cannot go, and who's going to play power forward now? Trendon Watford, because he had 20 and 9 tonight? I don't think he's good enough to be the starting four. I don't think that Jabari Walker has played enough lately ever since his sickness to really feel comfortable. So the Sixers are going to be down essentially 4 of their 5 starters. And thankfully, VJ's okay. But the Sixers just continue to lose guys. They just continue to lose guys left and right. And it's just annoying and it's frustrating. And I just don't know what happens next. I mean, hopefully they'll get some of the guys back this week, but not looking too good right now. I'm not enjoying this at all. And it just sucks that this is where we are at for a second consecutive year. The other thing I want to say about this night is there was a wild stretch of games in the NBA tonight. You had the Orlando Magic lose on a last-second shot to the Lakers. You had the Miami Heat lose on a last-second tip-in by the Houston Rockets. And that puts the 76ers now in the sole possession of the 7 seed. Technically, they're tied with Atlanta, but Atlanta holds the tiebreaker. So the 76ers are now in the 7 seed by themselves. It is crazy that they're only a game behind the Raptors for the 5 seed. So best case scenario is you get your players back, you get everybody going, and the 76ers can try to get in the playoffs and avoid the play-in. Can they do that? Who knows? It all depends on who's healthy. If the Sixers get their guys back, they absolutely can do that. And now you're looking at a wide open Eastern Conference, but every win is important, which I think overall the theme of tonight, and to kind of bring things full circle here, the biggest point of the night is that they got the win. Even as bad as it was and as ugly as it was, they found a way to get the win. But again, the tough part is that their team continues to dwindle. They continue to get beat up and they continue to lose guys, and they're just getting eaten alive by the injury bug. And now it's well, hopefully you can get these guys back because you're still trying to make a playoff push. As crazy as that sounds, I mean, the Hawks won 10 or 11 in a row and they only went up 1 seed. It's been wild, man. But the Sixers take advantage of the Magic and the Heat, who have now both lost 4 in a row. And the Sixers bounce up to the 7 seed. So believe it or not, they still have a chance here. And I'm just glad, one, that the West Coast trip is finally over. The second one, they go 2-1 for the week. And now they play Oklahoma City on Monday night. Jared McCain continues to go unbelievably crazy off the bench. And he will be playing a lot of minutes on Monday night, as the Oklahoma City Thunder got a few players in a fight today against the Wizards. They were ejected. I think it was AJ Mitchell, Jalen Williams, and Cason Wallace. And if those guys get suspended by the NBA for a game or two, they are going to miss the game Monday night against the 76ers, which means Jared McCain will play even more minutes. And I am expecting him to have a full-on revenge game in Philadelphia on Monday night. Then the 76ers will play the Chicago Bulls on Wednesday. I will be going to that game. I believe Paul George will be slated to return. When will we see Joel Embiid? The $1 million question. Who the heck knows? He has missed 12 consecutive games with a right oblique strain. We got a report earlier today saying that Joel Embiid is doing on-court workouts and that he has not had any setbacks, but he's still trying to work through the soreness of his oblique strain. So to be honest with you, man, I have no clue at this point. I really don't know. I really don't know. I mean, it is crazy, man, right? Again, we think about all this together. The fact that the 76ers have now been playing for at least a few weeks without their main starters and a bunch of guys out. And then, in this game against the Jazz, Barlow goes down with injury. VJ almost got injured. He came back from an injury a few weeks ago. And they're the 7 seed with a chance to jump up all the way to the 5 seed is just insane. But really, the biggest thing, as we've always said about this Sixers team, as we've always said this season alone, is that if they're healthy, they have a shot. And if not, they do not. So the biggest indicator, despite how these guys are playing right now without the stars, they're playing hard, they're playing tough, they're finding ways to win games and keep this team afloat. But the only chance the Sixers have, and it has to be soon because they only have 11 games left, is the Sixers getting Joel Embiid back and healthy and looking like he was before, getting Paul George off the suspension and hoping he's not rusty, hoping and praying that Tyrese Maxey comes back before the playoffs. Same thing with Kelly Oubre. And that somehow, some way, they can find a way to glue everything together and go into a playoff series with their starting lineup. It is a big ask, and I don't know if it's going to happen at this point. But that is the only chance they have. And even if that happens, who's to say that they have gelled enough together, that they've played enough together, and that they're even going to be ready and in shape and all that stuff. So, once again, the Sixers just in a very, very, very tough spot. And I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? Thankfully, they're able to hold off against the Utah Jazz and survive. But it really is just getting frustrating trying to come to terms with everybody on the team's hurt for the 5 starters. It just sucks, man. It does. So anyway, that's what I come back with all of it for. That's where I'm at. I don't really have much else to say about this game. It was a game of runs. Sixers went on a couple big runs. Let's see, the first quarter, 19-6. Then the Jazz had a 15-2 run. And then the Sixers go on a big 18-6 run after the Jazz tank it away in the fourth quarter. And, like I said, Ace Bailey looked good. They didn't bring him back. They didn't bring Chandler in. They kind of just rotted the game away, which I expect them to do. And if there's teams like the Jazz who are purposely tanking like this, then why are the Sixers constantly getting penalized, from what they did 10 years ago? I mean, like I said, there has to be like some kind of curse on the 76ers or something like that. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, man, that is where I am at. That is how I feel. And that's how this game went tonight, man. The 76ers survive. They get a win. I don't know if there's too much we can take away from it, given who they were playing, because you're not going to play the tanking Nets and Jazz every game. But at the end of the day, it just, it's tough. It's tough, man. It's going to be an interesting telling game on Monday night. Can the Sixers survive at all? Can they even survive the first half against the Oklahoma City Thunder? I don't know, man. We'll see. But the Sixers somehow, some way, advanced to 39-32 on the campaign. They are now 19-16 on the road, and they get a 10-point win over the Utah Jazz after surviving this game and surviving the tankathon. $5 super chat from Riaz says, I know it's premature. Can the Sixers get out of the play-in? It seems like we will get guys back soon. I feel a glimmer of hope, albeit a small one. Riaz, what's going on, man? Riaz, Fire Takeout, thank you for the super chat, man. Before we get out of here, the goal is to not even be in the play-in. But again, Riaz, you answered your own question, my man. It's all about whether or not they get guys back. Like I just spent 5-10 minutes talking about that exact matter. If they get guys back, sure, they can make a run. Why not? I look at the Pistons, who now are down without Cade, and there's no really timetable right now on that. We don't know if he's coming back. I watched the New York Knicks almost get beat by the Nets yesterday. Frauds. Celtics play a great brand of basketball, but do they really have enough? Like, there's questions about every team, right? The Raptors are the 5 seed. They're not that good. The Hawks were on a 10-game win streak. I don't think they're that good. So, again, I do feel like it's wide open, man. But I feel like it all depends on the $1 million question that we've always seen with the 76ers, and that is, will they be healthy? If so, maybe. Maybe. But I am glad that these guys played hard and they held it down and they got the win. And they needed it. They definitely needed a W tonight, even though it was very ugly. But that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Don't have much else to say. Seems like everybody's on the same page in the chat. Scum, appreciate you holding it down in there, man. Shout out to the members, the mods. Dom, great job tonight. Cool J, all you guys. It's late, man. We're getting out of here. Sixers get the win. 126-116. They advance to 39-32. It is the Sixers postgame live show presented by Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code CLNS. Get your $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. We'll be back Monday night for what will be a very interesting start to the week. Maybe we'll have a video out tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, man. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the March Madness hoops. Enjoy everything. And we'll see if the Sixers can run it back for win number 40 on Monday night. Have a great rest of your night. Catch you all on the next one, man. We're out. Peace.